that was it. I didn't do anything fancy. We don't really have. I didn't have the
Nothing.
time.
Oh, come on! Had time to
didn't-
throw something
gonna
nice,
throw-
cool together.
So hilariously enough, I'm actually in the process of working on like an actual intro where it's like a compilation of us talking and doing things and
Doing things.
it's
Yeah.
just, man, it just look here, dude. Okay. I'm gonna be perfectly honest with you. I hate the sound of my own voice, and I am really bad at like going back and watching these shits. So like going back and watching these for me and like trying to watch them and dissect them and try to pick out like parts that are quote unquote funny. Because I don't want to be an asshole, but like, oh, that was so funny because it was just funny to me. So I was like trying to like pick and choose those moments. It's really difficult. It really is, because we do have a lot of good moments, but I also hate watching myself back.
I get it. Sometimes
I don't know.
It took me a while. It took me a while to get used to that, but I just understood that doing that really kind of like, okay, I can see where I can get better at explaining this, doing that. So more so of a good critique way. But yeah, listen, some people can't stand it like that. Yeah, but man, yeah, there's a bunch of
I have to get used to it. It's incredibly fucking difficult. I don't know. And again, like too, for me, like I don't know, like I expect people to enjoy the show, but like I can't fucking watch it back all the time either. I'm like, oh my god. So that was because I was just looking at the one that we did like a couple nights ago that was like 2 hours long or something like that.
Yeah.
But what I've been doing is going back and just listening to them, like kind of in the background, and then I'll timestamp the moment and go back and pluck the video from it.
Smart.
That's kind of been my like go-to. That's kind of the way that I've been doing it and trying to figure out my own. He's here, the Woodmaster Bradford. Unfortunately, that's what it says under his thing. It says
he's the Woodmaster
Bradford. He went from, I forgot what his last one was, B Rizzle or something like that.
Oh, I thought you were going to say
what's good,
Brad Al Ghul.
What up?
Brad Al Ghul. Yeah, that's the other thing too, is that we have to address this. I might have to smoke a dab while we explain this, because apparently, Brad, I don't know if you caught our pregame show at for Ninja Turtles. These guys, apparently Dez and Ant didn't know about our ninjutsu background. So like when I was explaining it to them, they pretty much like shit their pants and they were like, wait a minute, what the fuck do you guys do? Oh no, like what were you guys doing? And I was like, yeah, this is what we were doing.
Yeah, he just tried to grace over it, just go over it so fast. And I'm like, wait, we have to back this up a little bit. You ain't gonna just go over that.
Y'all didn't know we were ninjas?
Apparently, no. I didn't know you guys were a part of the League of Shadows, and and you guys been training.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, dude. Oh shit, J.R. Miller in the building. Wilt in the building. How we doing, gentlemen? Wilt, the nonsense today. There's actually quite a bit of nonsense going on. So let's why don't we go ahead and just dive right into some of the nonsense.
I love the nonsense.
The nonsense. So let's actually start with some kind of fun nonsense. Let's start a little bit fun.
Yay! I
had a topic in mind. I just think that this is just going to be a fun little, like, we can just gloss over it because the internet is netting again. Fanboys are being toxic fan guys again. We're being as toxic as we fucking possibly can be. Somebody remember like when James Gunn was on top and somebody pulled a bunch of old tweets of him saying some offensive shit on Twitter, making some jokes. And Disney canceled his ass, and they're like, "Yeah, sorry, you got to go." And then Warner Brothers scooped them up or whatever.
Yep, and got him.
Well, apparently the same thing is happening again. Only this time it's now DC fanboys who are mad. I'm assuming people who want to continue the Snyderverse. because granted, we've had our disagreements on this, but as much as I like that movie and I do like Zack Snyder, his fan base, his hardcore fan base is especially the guy's
What was it?
down. All right, the guy's not Jesus. All
No,
right, but anyway, circling back.
but that's what.
So now we've got these.
Don't
So
tell
now
them
we've got these people fucking on DC fans. They're unearthing old James Gunn tweets from like almost 10 years ago, I think, about him actually bashing the OG Batman movies and saying how trash they are.
All right.
What was that?
Granted, I haven't seen
don't
the
think
tweets.
he's wrong.
Well, and I was just gonna say that. I'm like, he is not far off in his assessment.
I don't think like look, as much as I love Batman 89, I don't think he's wrong.
Yeah, I was like, you
can like
good,
a movie and still admit that it's not that great of a movie.
Great. I do it all the time. And it's like that's what good things about going back and having retrospect on what this movie is and this movie is. It's like, okay, I can appreciate for what it is, but
I can appreciate the time too, in which it came out in 1989.
Yeah,
we didn't really have any like kind of dark on-screen Batman. So like, you know, there he is. Driving Breaker
somewhere.
19, Breaker 19.
Breaker.
Oh,
Breaker.
He's got logs in the back. That's some Final Destination shit. Stay at
I
least
was just
4
gonna
car
say
lengths
that.
back.
Yes. Stay back, y'all. That's the first thing that went to my head. Yeah.
rolling in hot. Ooh,
Oh,
I miss those views sometimes, man. Was that Purg?
Yeah.
Ah, look at that beautiful fucking mountain view. Look at that shit.
Rocky Mountain.
Let's just
Rocky
pull
Mountain
this.
test.
My God. Look at these views. Why is it not doing it? There it is. Look at that. Oh,
yeah.
Awesome cell phone footage. Yeah.
Look at that.
Purgatory. The old stomping grounds. There we are.
Where's that movie theater at? Is it somewhere over there in those mountains? That's always
pretty much, yeah.
Pretty much.
Just going over that. But yeah, as far as all right, Batman 89 is good. You can give it like it's a nice starting point, and then Batman Returns, still not bad, still pretty decent. And then you have Batman Forever.
Batman Forever, yeah. And
anybody else?
Yeah, with Val Kilmer.
Does anybody else consider Batman Returns to be a Christmas movie?
Yes.
It can be.
It is.
It definitely
takes
can
place
be.
during Christmas. I think it's a Christmas movie.
I get mad Christmas vibes from that movie.
It's got Christmas vibes to it. Just like Die Hard. I don't want to hear it.
Yep.
Die Hard's a Christmas movie.
All right, see, this is the thing too. I want to be clear about Christmas movies. It has, and let's be clear about what makes a Christmas movie a Christmas movie. It has to have Christmas somewhat in it. It's not just it takes place during Christmas time, but it's not like kind of like the vocal point of it. There has to be like something like, we're going to a Christmas party, or I'm getting presents for somebody. It just can't like, this is just so happened on December 25th, but the rest of the movie has nothing to do with Christmas.
What do you mean? There's a big Christmas parade. They have all the Christmas shit going on at the plaza. Like, come on.
The lighting of the tree.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no. I'm saying yes to that movie. That's a Christmas movie. But I'm just saying in general.
In general speaking.
Say, is it a Christmas movie or not? All right, is Christmas like one of the themes in the movie? If the answer is no, then it's not a Christmas movie. Go in that little tree diagram.
It came out
say
during
yes
Christmas.
or no.
Yeah.
It has to be somewhat Christmas in the theme or the story a bit.
Die Hard is a Christmas movie.
Yes,
it
that's a Christmas movie.
Christmas party.
Exactly. See, there you go.
A Christmas party on Christmas.
There you go.
That would be a Christmas movie.
That is a Christmas movie. I'd say people's like, they had a Christmas tree back there, but it like literally has nothing.
But at the same time, I also kind of consider and get Christmas vibes from Empire Strikes Back.
Christmas vibes from Empire.
Yeah, I've always
What?
watched it around Christmas. I think it's just because of the beginning. It's all snowy.
Oh, on
And
Hoth.
him-
Okay. All right.
and
You know what? You can
a
have that moment.
tauntaun, I guess. That's Christmas vibes.
Tauntaun, all that. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess who
Who
didn't
didn't
want
love to? Who didn't want to get a tauntaun sleeping bag with the lightsaber zipper?
Yeah. Who didn't?
Elf, you know
Elf
what?
is-
I want to be one
Elf
of
is
those people.
overrated to me, but we can talk about
Yep,
that.
I was gonna say
that.
that. I was gonna say that. I'm like,
Maybe we should in a couple months we'll do a little Christmas special, and I'll unlock because I'll watch Elf.
I like Elf.
It is. I do like Elf.
Exactly,
I'm not saying I don't
exactly.
like Elf. I'm just saying
Exactly,
it
I
is
have-
highly overrated. Our generation puts way too much. You would think like our generation only saw 2 movies their entire lives: Shrek and Elf.
I would
It's like,
rather
all right,
watch the Santa Claus than watch Elf.
Yes. Fuck yes. Love me
the
some
Tim Allen one.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. Santa Claus falls off the fucking roof. Hello, Judy. Yeah, that movie's fucking awesome.
The
Yeah, I'll
Santa
take it.
Claus.
The Santa Claus, which segueing off of Shrek, R.I.P. to Homeboy.
Oh yeah, what's his name?
The singer of
from
Smash Mouth died today.
Oh,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah, the world finally rolled him.
Yeah,
He did.
Yeah, he did. He did. Oh no, to Steve Harwell.
Guy
Yeah.
Fieri's twin brother?
Yeah, dude, Homeboy.
Yeah.
The only way you could tell them apart was like, I don't even know how.
Yeah,
Like, his
right.
soul patch
Exactly.
was a little different.
Maybe, yeah.
He had the iconic all black soul
Okay,
patch,
now
but
it's,
otherwise, yeah.
Yeah, the glasses.
Oh, man.
Oh,
Yeah,
Oh,
R.I.P. to that guy. R.I.P.
Oh man, R.I.P. 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 But
Ooh, 8 Crazy Nights is another good one. We're going off on a tangent. We will do a Christmas special because there are some great fucking Christmas movies out there. 'Tis the season. We still got to do spooky season. Spooky season's around the corner. You fucking guys are getting all commercial on us and getting ahead of the curve here. Let's not do Christmas before we do Halloween. Nah.
Yeah, we got.
All right, you guys all fucking Macy's already wrecked it by having Christmas start the day after Halloween. Like, let's not fucking continue with that.
Yeah, we're not gonna jump
let's
that
not
far
keep
ahead.
creeping the days closer and closer.
No,
because next thing you know, there's gonna be like Christmas shit out February, like the day after fucking Valentine's Day at the rate we're going.
Probably,
Halloween starts September 1st.
We're gonna start
pretty much.
Spirit.
Yeah, Halloween season starts September 1st.
Oh, easy, yeah. I was already at Spirit this weekend. You fucking better believe that shit, dude.
Yeah. Oh man. But speaking of the DC sort of thing and all them trying to pull up old James Gunn tweets and all that crap.
Like, what the fuck are we doing?
And what I seen, I think this was like probably like a little while back, in like even like Henry Cavill said that he prefers Joss Whedon's Justice League over Zack Snyder's anyway.
Did he say that?
Yes, he did.
That's a bit of a shocker, but
Is it though?
yes, because my thing with the Joss Whedon one is all the behind the scenes bullshit that took place with it.
Yeah,
that's first and foremost. I just can't fucking condone that kind of bullshit. Like, could you honestly though, could you imagine if we've been doing this podcast and then one of us, something happened to one of us and somebody else came in and was like, you know what? Matter of fact, I don't like this shit at all. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do this. We're gonna change this up. If you go back and watch it, and maybe I'll do a breakdown at some point. If you go back and watch the Joss Whedon version of Justice League, it's Age of Ultron with Justice League characters.
Almost scene for scene through the whole
It is
movie.
verbatim Age of Ultron. So I'm just all right. First of all, I can't do that because you took your fucking Avengers movie and planted it in DC. And then
and that's what they wanted though.
I
That's
know
what
they
they wanted,
did.
though.
I know they
Those,
did.
and you're on the time crunch too. On top of that, so it's kind of like, yo, I'm just gonna just
Yeah.
pick and plug where
And
it needs
also,
to be fit.
this is just me being nitpicky. This is me just being like an absolute, as you can see behind me, fanboy right here. This whole notion of Bruce Wayne just fangirling over Superman the whole time irritated the shit out of me. I get wanting to have him back and being like making that like one emphasized point, being like, dude, in order to fight this, we have to bring Superman back. Like, there's no like,
Yeah.
I'm okay with Bruce Wayne and Batman like showing some humility and being like, dude, we just got our ass kicked. There is no fucking way we can't do this without Clark.
Yeah, exactly.
But the whole like him fanboying the whole time, and like when Clark shows up and he has that smile on his face, I like tuned out. I was like here for it, and then I was like, that's it. Like, we're already 3/4 of the way through the movie, and now you've got him goofy smiling like that. Like,
he's happy to see his boy back. He's like, oh, hey, he's
but
back.
that's like, I mean, again, like that's the fanboy it'd be, where it's like they have respect for each other. They are like brothers, but like you're not gonna catch Batman, you know, glazing Superman
like-
anytime soon.
like-
Yeah.
Like, hey, he's back.
You know what I mean, like, there's a part of me that truly believes that if this was written in 2000s and this was the Justice League animated series, that it would be the Justice League trying to get Superman back to life and Batman just being like, I'm gonna go do my own fucking thing. You guys want to waste your time with this, that's fine. Like, that's
I'll just sit back. Yeah.
There's like the complete opposite.
I get it, but he had to do that. He had to play the Nick Fury type of role, get everybody together.
But I didn't like him in the Nick Fury. They have more. I'm not going to compare it to this. I'm going to compare it the opposite way. The Tony Stark and Captain America dynamic is closer to the Batman and Superman dynamic. Like, if they had that dynamic more so in the Justice League movie, to where it's like, we respect each other and we're going to fight together to figure this shit out. But like in said moment, like Batman really, like, he's like, you ain't really all that, like, kind of a thing. Even though he knows that he is, his ego won't allow him to do those things. You know what I mean?
Do that. And also,
and again, like I said before, that's totally nitpicking. That's me just being an absolute nitpick and watching like Batman and Superman interactions my entire life.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I would say their relationship and everything coming from like the Zack Snyder universe, I can see that because it never seemed earned.
No.
Only because what your mom's name? What? Martha? What? Oh,
yeah. Even Zack Snyder's explanation to that, I was like, dude, fuck off. Like, that was a terrible fucking idea.
And he
wants it was a horrible idea.
Yeah, man, people love him in that dumb Justice League movie.
I mean, I like it better than the Justice League, but
yeah. Hey,
I don't know. I've watched it. I've watched it a few times. I've dedicated more hours than I'd like to admit to watching this movie, and like, while I do enjoy it better than the theatrical cut, I am glad that this is over. I'm glad that we're moving on. Everybody else needs to move the fuck on. Leave James Gunn alone and let him do his fucking thing. All right.
No.
He said what he said 10 years ago. He can have an opinion if he wants to. It's his fucking opinion. It's kind of my opinion too. Like, I give, everybody looks at me sideways when I tell them my favorite Batman, and like, when Michael Keaton ain't in there, I'm like, I give Michael Keaton his props because he's an OG, triple OG. Right? Like, I give him his props. He wasn't the first live action Batman. He wasn't Adam West, nor was he I just smoked that huge dab and I'm blanking on the gentleman's name, but the guy who played him in the serials in like 1930s and 40s.
Proteus,
He's not
yeah,
that dude.
okay, yeah, that guy.
You know what I mean? So like,
Yeah.
yeah, so like he's not those guys, right? But he is an OG. He ushered in a new era of Batman, of live action
And more
Batman. So I
live
gotta
action
give him his
Batman in a
so I
better.
gotta give him his respect. And I also gotta give him his respect in the fact that what they did with him in the Flash movie, like that version of Batman 2 was fucking fantastic.
Yep.
You know, so like I gotta give him his props, but like Batman 89, like it's a classic, don't get me wrong, but that doesn't mean that it's the best Batman movie or that it's even a good fucking movie.
Yeah, it can be super like go back to it. I think a lot of people hold it just because it was one of the very first
Yeah.
huge comic book movies. And
And you had
so
Prince
but
on the soundtrack. It had a between like
number.
Prince and Danny Elfman crushing the soundtrack. You had
Mhm.
iconic names and characters. Like you had Kim Basinger, you had Jack Nicholson, you had Michael
Yep.
Keaton. This was a big change for Michael Keaton too, because he was known as a comedic actor and everybody. This was kind of like the Robert Pattinson thing. Like everybody was like, can he do it? Like, can he actually be Batman? And like for him being a comedic actor, for him to turn into like to turn into what he did, like he did it. Like he did a good job. But like, let's not just act like this was the greatest fucking Batman movie ever made.
No, it wasn't.
So like,
it wasn't. It
I
wasn't.
need to leave that man alone. You need to let him do his thing. All right.
Yep.
If you
Man,
if they wanted to bring that shit up after the Batman movie came out, if we're like 2 weeks into the Batman movie coming out and it's not really all that great, and then somebody's like, hey, look what James Gunn said like 10 years ago about Batman 89, and then he puts this bullshit out.
Yeah.
Then okay, then all right, then let's, you know what I mean? But like until he does what he does, like let's let the man cook first.
They're gonna bring it back up if that
it's gonna come back up all the fucking time now.
If
It's
that
gonna come
Batman
up
movie
all
is
the
not
fucking
good,
time now.
If it's just decent, then they're gonna bring that up. That movie's gonna have to be a banger, which I got confidence that it will be, and I like what they're trying to.
I do too. And look, I know people
to it.
didn't like the Flash movie. I know they didn't. Andy Muschietti is a great fucking director, though. And he will get like the horror. Like that's the part that I'm excited for, is because he kind of comes from a horror background. So like he's gonna have like that horror aspect in his Batman movie, which I'm here for. I'm there for that. Like that seems like it would be it'd be a good idea, you know.
It will, yeah.
Bring back Bill Skarsgård in as DC's as that universe's Joker. Let him put the clown suit back on, if you will. He can just be Warner Brothers clown. I mean, you know.
Yeah, he already got him in there. Yeah, with the
he was
and everything.
He was Pennywise. Yep. He was kind of is John Wick a Warner Brothers movie?
No, that is more. I think that's Universal. John Wick. Yeah.
Okay, I was gonna say he was kind of a clown in that one, just his character.
Yeah.
But yeah, bring him in as the Joker.
That.
I don't give a fuck if people think that that they're flooding it too much. That like, if you can give me two good actors like Barry Keoghan and a Bill Skarsgård as my two different Jokers, I'll eat that up. I'm good with that.
Yeah,
full course meal. Like, what are we talking about?
I wouldn't be mad at that at all. He can definitely play. I think you would actually kill it at doing being the Joker.
Like, yeah, like especially like comic book too. Like how, because he would basically just be like a better built Joaquin's Joker. Like because he has that tall, lean build, so he'd almost be more formidable and believable he'd be more believable as a formidable opponent because he's kind of got the build.
Yeah,
that skinny, scrawny frame.
Yeah,
watching him take a crowbar to somebody's head, man. Oh my god.
Yeah. Oh man, that's man. Yeah, that'll be some.
You know what I'm saying?
Like, hey, pay attention, WB.
I'm just saying. I have ideas, but that's probably why I'm here and not. I don't know. Sometimes I think my ideas are better than most, but why does it have to be George Michael?
Yeah, I understand. George Michael.
We got almost a half hour into this before Wilt started throwing throwing insults. I'm pretty impressed with you, Wilt, that you lasted that long without, blowing your load. That's impressive. Because usually you just do it right away in the beginning, my friend. Just jokes all over the comment section. Good job. Good for you for holding out for 25 minutes and 30 seconds. Or about that. About a minute. Yeah, way to go.
Good.
Shout out, Will. Good job.
Longest.
Yeah. Speaking of like longest and just kind of droning and not wanting to blow a load, I feel like Ahsoka's doing the same thing too.
Squeeze me. I'm actually enjoying this show a lot.
I didn't say I wasn't enjoying it. I'm just saying they're kind of taking, once again, and this is why I say this, is because Disney's doing it again. The limited series bullshit. And we've got 4 episodes to go. Yeah. And you've mentioned, how many episodes do we have? Because we're 3 deep. We're 3 deep, and how many episodes are there going to be?
Good question. It better not be 6.
That's what I'm saying. I think it is. I think it's like 6 or 8.
Is
8.
It?
So it's 8 episodes. So it's only 2 more than. So like tomorrow we'll be halfway through.
Yeah. And I would say this.
So like I'm cautiously, because I'm enjoying it, but I'm cautiously optimistic because we got some dumb shit happening in this show too. Things that I understand have to happen to push a story forward, but you really couldn't have come up with anything more intricate than this.
Yeah,
like there's some dumb shit happening.
Dumb moments, where it was like, okay.
Why does Hera need permission from any fucking body to go investigate something that has tangible evidence to it?
That part I didn't.
You know what I'm saying? Like, dude, okay. Jedi or Sith just killed everybody on a prisoner convoy, stole a high-class prisoner. You have evidence of it. The fucking general of your army was, when she followed the lead to where this thing was going, it leads her to another fucking planet where they attack her, screaming, "Long live the Empire!"
Right? Yeah.
She's got to take all these fucking people out. God, I hope Brad is listening to this. She's got to add all these fucking people. So they kill all these fucking people. And then all of a sudden she goes to the governing body of the galaxy and they're like, yeah, it's probably nothing. Why don't you just fucking leave it alone and just
leave it alone and turn the other way. It's like, wait, y'all not paying attention to what's going on, and this is not a big deal at all to you guys.
What are you doing here? And then Homeboy just like, are they Jedi? Probably not. It's probably not real Jedi. Oh, hey, by the way, we have a high-class prisoner in here, and somebody's kind of getting in our bubble, and we don't know if we. It's like, okay, you either just fucking shoot him out of the sky, or you hightail it in the other fucking direction.
Yeah.
Why you were like, I'm just gonna bring me and like a couple other plainclothes officers down to the ship deck, let them board the fucking thing.
Yeah,
I get it. They had to get on board, but couldn't they have like snuck on board, like had fake credentials and like snuck on board, or like just like, or just like pirate boarded it, like just like a fucking pirate and just like started attacking the ship and just somehow, because we see they got spacesuits. Ahsoka's running around slinging a lightsaber around in fucking space.
Yeah.
So like, why couldn't the Sith have a fucking spacesuit and just board the shit like pirates? I would have had more fun with that than them fucking just.
Dude, when she put that spacesuit on, I could not get past thinking about how long it must have taken to get her Leku in the helmet.
Yeah.
I mean, that'd been like 10 minutes trying to fucking stuff those things in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who knows? They're probably like very, very squishy and you can just like shove them. Just easily just plop in there.
Hell, but like, So while I'm enjoying it, I'm also having my moments where like they're Disneying the fuck out of this again.
I did not like episode 3. I enjoyed 1 and 2. I did not really enjoy it. And so what's up with them taking 10 minutes off of each episode? Are they just going to keep getting shorter?
That's the other thing.
So the next one's going to be 25 minutes long?
Yeah.
We're getting down to Clone Wars here. Clone Wars.
Yeah.
Yeah, Clone Wars like, 22 minutes. Yeah.
Hopefully not.
With credits. So, yeah, hopefully not.
Yeah,
but, like, it feels like that sometimes, though. Like, and especially with this episode, this last one that, like, I don't know if I, like, enjoyed it or if I just didn't, like, it just didn't do anything for me.
Yeah, no, it was one of the more boring episodes.
Like, the only thing that kind of got me slightly, like, gave me a slight wiggle was seeing the fucking whales. Thinking that maybe we'll get, like, because that just, like, was a callback to Ezra and Thrawn. Otherwise, like, I don't. It did, like, otherwise, that episode was kind of like, meh. And, okay, I have to say this. I understand. I was really hoping that Anthony would be on for this because I know that this is going to piss him off. Because look here, I am all for storytelling, okay? And there is a fuckload of Jedi in the Star Wars universe. There is. There are. It's not like they're like they are an exclusive brand of, you know, whatever. But like, it's not like they're like totally exclusive where there's only like 100 of them. Now there is, but like at time of the height of the Jedi.
Yeah, there was a bunch in.
But this fucking notion that you're going to take a line from Obi-Wan Kenobi and say that the Force goes through all living beings, and you're going to shoehorn that into saying that with the proper training, any fucking body can channel the Force and use it, I'm not buying it. Don't do that.
They already set the stage years ago with the midichlorians. You can't just
don't do that.
That was so controversial when that shit happened. You can't just go back.
Yeah, midichlorians. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, we can't, like, we can't do this. You can't do this again. This is Metachlorians 2.0, and fucking Dave Filoni should fucking know better.
Yeah,
because that's why he made Clone Wars, was to go back and make the prequels look better, to tighten them up. That was the whole point of him creating the Clone Wars. So for you to come in and do Ahsoka again, and for you to shoehorn this in, I don't know if I like it.
You know what? I think
I don't know if I like it. I hope Sabine doesn't conjure the Force. I hope she just learns how to wield the lightsaber and do her thing and just be a fucking Mandalorian.
Yeah, right.
I think that's what it is. I think that's what it is. Yeah, I think that's what it is, because I think there's different. I don't think there is. There is different tiers of Jedi, because
like,
you know, like
even
Force sensitivity, and some of them are just not that good. Because if you watch like some of the other stuff, how like easily some of the other Jedi were like getting murked,
right,
and you think that being a Jedi,
there's levels
you
to
should
this
be able
shit.
to, there's levels to it, and then there's one. It kind of makes me think of this, like in Mortal Kombat, and like, you know, Sub-Zero's clan, and how not all of them are cryomancers. That's only a few can do that and get that Sub-Zero title. Everybody else is just plain ass, regular ass ninjas that just have skill, but there's only a few of them that can actually do the freezy stuff. That's what I think with Jedi's. It's like, all right, you got some that are up there with, I can do cool Force stuff and this and that, and then you just got some regular ones that, all right, I kind of know how to use this lightsaber thing.
Right, but then like, are we just like muddying the waters as to like the definition of a Jedi? Now I understand, like, because when, like, you know, when George Lucas first, you know, conceived Star Wars, he had no fucking idea where it was gonna go in 40 years.
Right.
But like, does that like muddy the water of the definition of a Jedi? Like, how, you know what I mean? Like, because I know we have Jedi Masters and we have apprentices and we have Padawans and shit like that, but like, you know, like, if there's levels to the shit, like, can you just, if you can wield a lightsaber and you run alongside a Force sensitive Jedi, like, does that make you a Jedi, or does that just make you and you can just wield a lightsaber?
You can just wield a lightsaber, like you're just a basic ass bitch Jedi. That's all you are. There's nothing cool. It's like you're not one of the elite ones. It's just like always. And just think of it like those. Yeah, that's why so many got wiped up, because a lot of them were just basic bitch Jedi. There's like you would think.
Soldiers.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're like not the elite ones. They're not like the Rambos of the Marines and stuff like that. It's like, all right, you got Rambo, and then you got all the other basic bitch guys and stuff like that.
And like,
it's like there's
level. I don't want to get to a point where we're like just shoehorning in people being able to use the Force because they meditated for 25 fucking minutes and can move a cup. Like, I don't.
You know why? You know what I think? Why they're doing this? They're planning for the future, because they beat it in our heads for so long that, oh, there's not that many Jedi left. There's no one else around. There's only like 2 of them left. They're trying to build that roster of potential, more Jedis out there. This person can do this, that, and the third. So you can have more, Jedis when they want to do future movies, actually going past.
I know, but you've got
in the future.
You've got like. Ooh.
It just can't be Rey in the future.
It is Rey. She got her own movie again, bro.
I know.
We couldn't give Cal Kestis a shot. Like,
no, he's got to. Yeah, well,
you know what I mean. Like, we still got Ezra Bridger. We still got Cal Kestis. We still got Ahsoka. We still got fucking
Grogu.
Rey, huh? Who?
Grogu.
Yeah, Grogu. Who can't fucking take the creed because he can't talk, so he's still technically a fucking. We don't need people just all of a sudden popping up out of nowhere being like, oh well, you want to come join the Force?
Yes.
Like, no.
Yes, that's how it's gonna be.
If you want to continue to have that and have like maybe people who are Force sensitive.
Well, they should go back to the old canon that they were establishing post Return of the Jedi, where there was a whole series of bad guys that were all artificially infused with the Force. They used the Valley of the Jedi to
kind of like how they did the ending of The Mandalorian. That's why he wanted Grogu?
Yeah. Totally. Yeah. Very similar. Yeah, but they were successful. They had a whole army. They called it Reborn.
Damn. See, like, why don't they just go back to the...
like that. Well, guess what? It's going to happen in the Rey movie.
Yeah. I don't know. I guess I can't say that I'm a fan of that, because I did hate on it when I saw it in The Mandalorian. And I had no prior knowledge to that shit happening. So, like, when they were explaining to me, like, that's the whole reason we created Grogu in the first place, I was like, that's kind of fucking whack. I'm not gonna lie. But I guess it is based in some like old school lore. Like, they kind of retconned back some other shit. It's just unsuccessful.
That was the cool thing about the whole thing, is that the Reborn Jedi or the Reborn Sith guys couldn't ever be as strong as a natural Jedi.
Yeah. I think you can still have like kids who are Force sensitive born like in the future. I don't think you just have to like start plucking and playing people in as Jedi. And I don't think Sabine Wren needs a fucking... Her character is awesome enough already. I don't think she needs a storyline of her struggling to not be a Jedi. Like this whole, you know what I mean? I don't... They created that just to create the conflict. Like, we don't need the artificial conflict. But with that being said, I still am enjoying it. Like, I'm still gonna watch it tomorrow night. See where it goes.
I did start watching Rebels for the first time while I was sick with COVID in Michigan.
Ugh. What do you think of Rebels?
It's actually pretty good.
I love Rebels.
I haven't watched it.
It has a lot less, like, my biggest problem with Clone Wars is it has like several like really good episodes, and then it'll have like just one super like kid episode.
Yeah, back when it was Cartoon Network.
And then I start scrolling on my phone or turn it off and get distracted. But Rebels is pretty consistent and pretty fun. I guess my biggest gripe with it is John Williams music, and it's all different.
Yeah.
Oh, the music isn't that great. Oh.
Yeah, it's not. Well, it's not John Williams that did the score. It's like
Yeah.
they just plugged somebody in there because it was a kids show.
No.
John Williams was like, I ain't got time for this shit. But it is a good one though, because then like you kind of like the shit that Chopper does, like how it sounds like Chopper's actually talking rather than like the regular R2 units or the other ones. Like that's kind of like pulled directly from the show, and like shit with like Zeb was in The Mandalorian. Dude, Chopper's
Chopper is just a straight up asshole. He's great.
They were like, how do we?
No fucks. He gives absolutely zero fucks.
They basically took the puss out of R2, and
and
they basically made like a schizophrenic R2. It's kind of funny.
Yeah.
But he is like that, like So like it's cool to see them kind of pull that out of there from the show, from the cartoon, like staying true to it, but the characters are at least. But I really like Rebels. I thought Rebels was one of the better shows.
I'll have to check it out then.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
It's got a lot of it's actually got a lot of really good like Jedi lore in it.
Yeah.
Like the shit with Kanan and Ezra. You get to see a lot of shit between Ahsoka and Anakin again. They get into what are those fucking things? What are those things called? The little triangles? The little you know what I'm talking about? The little pyramid things? Or are you that far into it, Brad? How far into it are you?
No, just season 1, end of season 1-ish.
Okay.
No.
Yeah, no, there's like it's in the games too. It's an artifact that the Jedi use.
Holocron?
Maybe that's what it is, yeah. Yeah.
It's either that or a star map.
I think it's the holocron.
No.
I'd have to Google
No,
it.
I think I remember reading something that's coming up, but no, I have not seen
Yeah, it's the holocron. Yeah, that they dive into a lot of that shit in Rebels.
That's cool.
Okay.
So it's pretty cool. I enjoy it.
So holocrons first kind of came in like the games and some of the old books.
Okay.
And like you could get crazy force powers and shit in the games if you found certain holocrons. Like that's how you learned like new force powers and made yours better.
That's what. Yeah, that's pretty much. Yeah, they have like infinite, not like force knowledge in them, and there's several different ones. Yeah, it touches on the sisters, like the Death Sisters and all that shit. So it kind of it would. I don't know. I feel like maybe that's why I'm liking Ahsoka a little bit more than I.
Sisters?
The Night Sisters, yeah.
Yeah, the Dathomir.
Yeah. Like, and I think that's why I'm enjoying Ahsoka a little bit more.
I did think that was pretty cool that they established What's Her Nuts as a Night Sister.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty cool.
Because those are the people that rebuilt the malls, that rebuilt Darth Maul.
Yeah.
That like found them and.
Who is still? I mean, how does that all? I haven't looked exactly at the timeline, but I know Darth Maul is keyed in like an epic scene with Obi-Wan in Rebels.
Yeah, dude,
But he's in the end credit scene of Rogue One.
No, he's in the end credit. I thought he was in the end credit scene of
was it? Well, no, was it
Rogue One? He talks.
No, I thought it was Solo.
Oh yeah, you're right. Solo. Yeah.
So that's.
It turns out, yeah.
So I guess that still lines up.
That still lines up.
That's way early.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's got the mechanical legs too.
Right.
In that. So that still lines up.
Okay, there you go. Bam.
Yeah.
It all works.
Yeah, you got. Man. Yeah,
so
we got it.
I have to check that out.
So yeah, I mean, by the time of Ahsoka, there is no Darth Maul.
Yeah, no, I think him and his brother are gone at that point.
Or are they?
Savage, yeah, I don't know. See, I would love to see a live action Savage. Savage Opress and fucking Darth Maul running around. But either way.
Maybe. Yeah, they'll probably
I'm-
part that one out eventually.
I don't know. I want to see. I'm really excited to see how they do Thrawn in this, because he's the same. It's the same actor as the cartoon,
Right.
so he doesn't look the same. Because obviously the cartoon is drawn a little cartoony, almost like they're very like elongated in that show. Like the faces are, the heads are.
Yeah.
But like he's gonna sound the exact same. So I'm excited. I'm excited for that. At least I hope they let him.
They've done that with all the characters, haven't they? Besides Ahsoka.
What you mean?
Like
Is
all
it-
the people.
All the voice actors, aren't they playing their characters?
I don't think so.
Are they?
No, Ezra
'cause
and what's
the
his
dude
face?
who's playing Ezra isn't playing Ezra. The guy who's playing the guy who played Aladdin is playing Ezra.
Oh no.
That's the guy that
And
played Aladdin. Yeah, it is.
And I don't think Hera is this. I don't think it's the same actress either.
No, that's
Let me
definitely
see.
not the same person. That's Obi-Wan Kenobi's wife. Ramona
Oh, really?
Flowers. Yeah.
Ramona
Scott
Flowers,
Pilgrim.
yeah. Yeah, Scott Pilgrim.
Wait, who is?
Yeah, she plays Hera. And that the actress is married to Ewan McGregor.
Oh, really? Oh, that's
yeah, Hera,
hilarious.
yeah. Mary Elizabeth Winstead, yeah, her.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah,
Okay.
Elizabeth Winstead, yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely not the same. Yeah, she's not the same person.
No.
Oh, that's crazy. I did not know that she was married to Obi-Wan. Look at all that shit tied together.
Look at all that. Look at this. Just all comes
Hey, babe, you want a
full
job?
circle.
Yeah, right.
They're putting these
Yeah.
shows together.
Got a hookup.
Yeah, I gotta look up. Yeah.
That's how she got the job. He read the Obi-Wan script and he read all the bullshit in there and he was like, "Look, if I'm gonna do this, you got to give my wife a job."
Yeah. You have to give my wife a job. The only way I'm signing
Alright,
on is
that's fine,
if you
that's
put her
fine.
this.
We'll give her a job, but we gotta paint her green and give her tentacles on her head.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah,
that's fine.
Like,
Just give her a fucking job. If you expect me to hide this toddler underneath my cloak and make it look believable,
Yeah.
no.
fucking just give my wife a job.
Toddler in a cloak.
I think
Bro, that
anytime-
pissed me off.
Those
anytime
clothes
I
you
have
made,
the
those
urge-
things are pretty.
Anytime I have the urge to rewatch Obi-Wan Kenobi, I'm just gonna watch the first episode and the last episode.
You gonna watch the Vader fight? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh
They
yeah,
gotta get
man,
it together.
I keep on forgetting on that Obi-Wan show that stupid woman that wanted the revenge.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude, that pissed
And
me
there,
off.
yeah, see, exactly,
that
yeah, y'all
just
forgot about
trash.
it.
She was
I
from the
remembered
order.
it.
She got saved
Yeah.
from Order 66 allegedly. Oh, get the fuck
Yeah.
out of here.
She's still out there. She needed to
Oh,
die.
she's dead, ain't you?
You know, you
No,
know what made me
she's
mad
not
about
dead.
that whole thing is she looks Obi-Wan dead in the face. She looks that man dead in the face after all the shit she's done. She looks him in the face and asks him seriously if she's a bad person.
Yes.
Yes, you are.
I'll be like, yes, you are.
Yeah.
I would look down at her. Yes, you are.
And he just looks at her and he's like, no, no, you're just, it's the dark side of the force. It's like, no, dude, she's a bad fucking person. All right.
No, she's the evil person.
I watched her
Just
episode 1 cut off an old lady's hands and then hang a Jedi in the street. She is. All right. And that is like, that's like in the prime of her career. Who the fuck knows what she did before that to get to where she is?
A lot.
For you to have
A
a
lot of
direct
BS.
line to Anakin Skywalker and you can just call up Vader and be like, yo, I done found Leia. And to get permission to just take the fuck off from all the other Inquisitors, you had to have done some shit to get that kind of clearance.
Yeah.
You're a terrible
Stuff
fucking
like that.
person.
Mm-hmm.
And you're also a dipshit for thinking that like you're gonna hunt down Darth Vader. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Exactly.
But let me like fanboy for a second. There's no fucking shot you're hunting down Darth Vader. It's just not gonna happen.
No.
Prime
It-
Darth
it
Vader.
hurt.
You thought you were gonna hunt down prime Darth Vader.
The ego on her to actually think that she even could stand a chance of doing that. It's like,
Come
seriously,
on.
you really think you can take down your boss? All right, cool.
Yeah.
You
Not
seen
only
what
are
he's
you
done?
a terrible person, but you are a stupid person. Like there's just no
Person, right?
fucking shot.
The audacity.
There's no way you can take down. Like, come on, it's like did you just literally see what he did to that? Like,
I was
she's been
most-
around. You know what
I was-
he can do.
Come on, man. The guy channels all ends of the force. You think he probably hasn't seen what you think? Come on.
Right? Yeah. Exactly.
Get the fuck
Idiot.
out of here. He was just like, you know what? He's like, I'm gonna let her just play Sith. I'm gonna just let her play Inquisitor. And God forbid the day she tries me, I'm gonna just cut her in half. Like she's already
Yeah,
doing all my
it's
dirty work. So like if she wants to have these thoughts, she can have these thoughts.
It
But the
ain't-
second
it ain't
she
no
tries me, I'm gonna fucking kill her.
Yeah, it's just a little
Yeah, like what?
lick his finger
What?
and
Yeah,
knock her
go
back.
And why he didn't kill her made me kind of upset too. Because I remember there was a scene in there. Now, granted, I know that she had like the
Didn't he leave her
clearance and
for
they had.
dead?
He did,
Didn't he
but there
stab
was
her? Leave her?
there was one scene though where I was like,
Hmm.
I was kind of like, she should have died, like, or at least been maimed, but somehow like throwing a tracking device, the most basic thing of all time, like saves her life. He's like got her like strung up. Like he's got her dead to fucking rights. She's like, I put a tracking machine on the ship, and he's like, most impressive. It's like that's not impressive.
I'm like, all right,
That's
you gotta
basic
go.
training.
Wow, cool.
Anybody would have done
That's
that.
step one.
Yeah, dude. Like what?
Hey, not a lot of things impress Mr. Vader. The simplest thing.
I guess, yeah. The simplest things, I guess. Like Jesus Christ,
Yeah, like
dude.
like this like simple human tricks, like the one like you take your thumb off and you're like, oh,
Yeah. Most
making finger
impressive.
puppets. Making finger puppets and stuff.
God
Yeah,
damn,
anything
dude.
can impress him.
Yeah,
No, sir, I did not see you playing with your dolls again.
yeah, man.
Oh man.
Disney's got to get it together. I feel like they're gonna lock it in. I feel like they will. They have to with this one, but I thought they were gonna do that with Secret Invasion too. And since they're all under the same umbrella, like I gotta just, it's like Minnesota sports. Like I believe every year,
You should.
but every single fucking year that you guys let me down. Doesn't matter the team. Twins, Vikings, Timberwolves. You guys let me down every fucking year.
Hey,
Besides the Lynx, that's it.
Exactly.
Everybody else
It's
has let me the fuck down. All right.
They brought like 4 championships here.
Yeah, like 3 in 5 years or something like that. So like,
Yeah.
shout out to you guys, but like for the guys in the house,
Sports, yeah.
like what the fuck are we doing? You guys are like Disney. Minnesota sports is Disney. It's Disney with Star Wars. The Vikings are Star Wars, and Marvel is the Timberwolves. And you guys just you have it. You have all the wonderful pieces.
Nah, I'll give.
Fucking bring it home, my friend, or switch them.
Marvel is the Lynx because they got some championships under their.
I guess
belt.
they're on the downside now. Huh?
It's like
they're like turning into the Timberwolves, right? Like it's
they're
like slowly morphing. Since it's 2023, they're transitioning into the Timberwolves.
The transitioning years. Yeah.
Oops, can we say that? Are we gonna get canceled?
Yeah. You're fine.
But
maybe.
Yeah, that's kind of how I feel. Like you always have good hype, and you get there, and then right at the end, you kind of just shit the bed. I'm hoping they don't.
Think so.
I'm hoping they don't. I always have hope that they don't.
9 times out of 10, though.
I would say with more of the Star Wars end of Disney, it's a lot more miss than hit versus on the Marvel side. And it's just like, yeah.
But the thing with me, with with Disney Star Wars is that their misses, they swing and miss. Like they fucking miss.
Yeah, it's like, what the hell is going on?
But their hits, Oh, they like Rogue One, and subsequently after that, Andor. Probably two of the best fucking things they've put out post Revenge of the Sith.
Agreed.
Hey! Put more respect on the Mandalorian season 1.
Okay, I'll give you that one. Season 1 was fucking fantastic. It was. I'm gonna give you that one.
Yeah, but not like Rogue One.
Season 2 wasn't bad
Andor,
either.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Mandalorian season 1 could not touch Andor season 1. That shit was riveting.
Yeah.
Good. I honestly gotta say this also.
I don't know if I'll agree with Can't Touch It, but I think Andor was definitely better. I think Andor is definitely better.
Because it gave you something different. And it wasn't
you. Yeah. Well,
yeah,
I think
the same thing.
I think too, like I think a lot of Star Wars fans, because like Rogue One worked, and I think Andor worked because when you think about like the launching point of Star Wars, it's A New Hope. Like regardless of where the story starts, like the launching point to that is A New Hope. So anytime you can kind of bring any sort of like juicy backstory to that, I feel like it really hits home with fans, because especially like something with Andor, it's like I already know what happens at the end of this, and yet I'm still glued to my fucking TV because like, and even the scenes where he's in trouble, and I know in the back of my head that he survives, I'm still like, oh fuck, dude, is he really gonna get out of this one?
Is it gonna be? Yeah, and you kind of know, yeah.
Even though you know, you still like are like white knuckling the whole time, like get the fuck out of there, Cassian.
Yeah, and that's what it goes back. I remember you talked about this on the last pod about sometimes when you do like a prequel or something, it better be good, especially when you know what the end result is going to be. It better have some type of tangible like meaning to the future or something going on. Just don't give me a prequel for no reason. This is like, with Andor, it actually has some meaning. It actually has something that leads, like you said, to A New Hope, and it's basically, and it does it well. I don't care if you do a prequel, at least it's something, but it's done well, and it gives you something that's not your basic Jedi, going against the Sith sort of thing. It gives you something like more of a heist, this heist show.
Yeah.
Which something that you don't get in Star Wars, something that has nothing to do with the Jedi, Sith, or Skywalkers. Really, in a sense, it's like, all right, we're giving you this. We're giving you this heist show. Give you something new, and that's what I think.
Grounded.
Yeah, do something like that.
Asking for that for forever. Move on from the Skywalker saga.
Please, yes, exactly. Give us something else. This is a big, huge.
Even if you go back, like, give me something else.
Yeah.
Like some Knights of the Old Republic shit.
Yeah, totally.
Oh my god. Yeah, some Revan. Oh, dude. Some fucking Revan?
That would be dope.
Gnarly. Oh, that'd be great. A dude that just absolutely... A guy that just absolutely spit in the face of the Jedi Order, got married, had kids, went and fought during the Battle of Mandalore, like, earned a Mandalorian helmet. Like, the dude is a fucking G.
Straight G.
Like, yeah.
Can we get that TV show?
10 episodes, make it around like 2-3 seasons probably.
Oh my god, dude. Yeah, 30 episodes of Revan. Yeah. 10 to 12 episodes a season. You got 45-minute episodes. You could tell a fucking story.
Yes. And then all this stuff is just sitting on the table. All this stuff sitting right there on the table. And this is why I say, like, there's so more misses than hits with Disney and the Star Wars. And it's like, you guys have so much to work with, but you have the blinders on, and it's just laser focused on, let's just keep on with the Skywalker and that kind of, or tie something back to it.
The moneymaker, the familiarity, yeah.
And it's fine. Off a name alone, that's the familiarity with it.
Yeah.
And you don't need keep on going back to these old characters. And that's why I don't harp on Rian Johnson's Star Wars movie, but it's because that's what he wanted to do. I know you can say, but I can see where his vision was trying to get rid of the old guard and let's go to something new. Let's press on. Let's move on from this stuff. You Star Wars fanboys need to kind of like shut up a little bit and move on and stop trying to hold on to the past. And that's
but those movies were so bad. I think that was the miss. Like,
The Rise of Skywalker was bad. That was a terrible movie.
Last Jedi.
The Last Jedi was bad too.
The Last Jedi was not as bad, but if you
not
understand,
as bad, but it was still
bad. Yeah, it's still bad.
But if you understand what they were trying to do, and see, this is why.
But I'm not even.
Star Wars,
I'm not even like.
Fans,
I'm not like a fanboy like that.
Jake and I walked out of that theater and had nothing to say to each other.
Both times. Both times.
I don't know what to say. I don't know how to feel. I don't know what to say.
And I'm not even a fanboy like that. You know what I mean?
You don't have to be Mr. or Mrs. Super fanboy, but it's the fact that you're missing the point of the movie was trying to get rid of what was in the past and try to move forward.
But he wasn't, because he brought back Luke Skywalker and he fucking made her a Palpatine.
And he wouldn't let Leia die.
Oh no, I'm talking about in the Last Jedi. It is like, we kill him off.
Yeah, he wouldn't let Leia die. What was with Super Leia? She's already literally dead. Like, Carrie Fisher is fucking dead. Let her go out in a blaze of glory, my friend. Instead, we laughed. I think we actually audibly laughed out loud when she opened her eyes and did like the fucking Christopher Reeves.
Yeah, straight up Christopher Reeves.
I was like, I think Brad and I actually audibly laughed in the movie theater. Like, this is the dumbest shit we have seen in a long time. That was bad. You have to admit that just wasn't great. But also, I don't know. I didn't see where they were going. Again, I didn't see where they were going with The Last Jedi.
With The Rise of Skywalker, it was just so much like, all right, let's just give what everybody. Let's just try to appease everybody, and that's where like the fan service try to do all this just totally just obliterated that movie. That one I was really not happy with at all. Like, this movie really is not good. And it was like, all right, it doesn't store any faith in like, oh, this Rey movie. I'm like, how that last movie ended and what you guys do. You're talking about don't let people die. Like, what the hell is Palpatine still doing alive and sitting?
Yeah, why?
I'm in his robot. I'm in a robot.
The clone is fully operational. Like, bro, what are we fucking doing?
I was just sitting in the theater. I'm like, oh my god, this is how they're explaining this crap. He's dead. He died. Why are you bringing him back? He died. And they somehow, and that's Star Wars for you. No one is ever truly dead. They'll shoehorn somebody coming back somehow.
I just remember sitting there finding out that she was a Palpatine. It's like, okay, all right, we can live with this. Okay, that's whatever.
I can live with
what it is. I can live with that.
That's cool.
All right, but my lasting memory of this movie is us sitting in the theater, and they have that final shot of her standing there, and they're like, "What's your name?"
What's your name?
And then when she says Rey, and she looks off into the sunset, this is the lasting memory I have of this movie. I hear Brad to my left, in my left ear. Don't you fucking do it. Don't do it. Don't say it.
Lie.
And she says Skywalker, and the guys in front of us went, oh, like the whole theater groaned. And then complete silence. Like at the end of those movies, most of the time, especially like when you have a culminating movie like Infinity War or Avengers Endgame or something like that, you get applause. There was dead fucking silence. People just got up. Like,
people just like, oh, that's it.
Just got up. They just got up, walked out. Like, see you later.
Mm-hmm. That's exactly how it was when in the movie theater when we saw it. Oh. It just was it was like a huge disappointment. Like, yeah, okay, yeah, that's just that
What
a
the
wet fart, a wet fart of an ending.
mm-hmm.
It just culminated to everything that was kind of leading up to that whole thing. It was just granted they did have like all right some cool like fight scenes in that movie. There were some cool fight scenes in there, but overall that movie just fell super flat
Yeah.
on its
I
face and broke every single bone in its body. That movie was not that was not a way to end the supposed trilogy that was supposed to go
no.
on with that.
No. I got to admit too, like maybe even looking back on it, if you had made this entire trilogy, hindsight is 2020, and
Mm,
obviously I'm here and not in any sort of corporate movie setting.
nope.
But what if you were to take that trilogy and just kind of invert it, and instead of it being Rey's journey to being whoever she, what if it's her like just going full fucking dark side? Like, and I'm talking about like even leaving, like even having Kylo Ren around trying to seduce her to the dark side, and then just letting her go full dark side. She kills Kylo after Kylo completes the circle, and I was of the mindset that Kylo Ren was gonna kill his mom too, and like complete the circle and go full dark side, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah,
then so like
but
you
no.
have Kylo kill his mom, you kill Leia because fuck Carrie Fisher's already dead. Rest in
Yeah,
peace.
she's dead. Yeah,
And
R.I.P.
then you fucking have Rey at the end, like find out she's a Palpatine, all this shit's going on. She goes full rage, kind of gets like that Anakin Sith eyes going, and she kills
Mm-hmm.
Kylo and just starts her own fucking empire. And like that's how it ends. Like it ends on her. And now the next trilogy you see is basically like another rebellion starting up. You fast forward X amount of years and she's raised Sith, whatever the fucks are running. And like now you have a new trilogy that's kind of moved away from the Skywalker, but you're at least kind of still keeping that and like tying it in.
And
You know
see,
what I
and
mean?
see this, and see, I like that to a certain degree, but the only thing I
Or if you just
wouldn't
leave it as
want
it
to
is.
see, or no, I would like her. She can embrace like the dark side, but I'm still a good person. But I still can, have these kind of powers, and that's what
Or like
kind of
goes
like
Gray
it.
Jedi type shit.
Yeah, sort of like how
I'd be
Kestis
okay with
even
that.
in the video games. It's like,
Yeah.
all right, you get dark side,
I think I'm pretty
it's
sure
in
there
you.
was a
It's in
point in time in Star Wars lore where they had like gray Jedi, where they just operated in the gray area. They would
yeah,
use
and
certain parts of that were considered the dark side of the Force to like
hmm
so
yeah,
like
do that. And I can. I'm kind of like pretty much like
I'd
an
have been cool with that.
anti-hero. Yeah,
Yeah,
have Ray sort of like an anti-hero and have her, like if I have to do this or I have to kill or do this, I definitely don't have no qualms of doing
yeah,
so, and take it that way. That's what I
yeah.
would have liked to see. So like yeah, like what you're saying, yeah, have her embrace like oh I have this in me, this kind of
I'm a
dark side
fucking
part of like
Palpatine.
a Palpatine. I got this in me, but that doesn't mean I have to be that way. But
Yeah.
they totally. Oh, that would have been so
Well, and
much better. And
they treated it like a joke. Like
mhm,
that's Emperor Palpatine.
yeah,
That's
who should have been
Emperor
dead.
Palpatine we're fucking talking about here. And you're just gonna
Mhm.
be like, yeah, nah. We're gonna make him into a
And
shitty clone, and then she's gonna dump the name. Dude, I don't
and
know,
the,
man.
and the fact, and this is the stupid part about it. And let's go back to the Last Jedi about that. And
Mhm,
when like, oh, what's Rey's backstory? And then Kylo Ren told you like, you are nobody. You're just somebody. You're just like you have no ties to nothing.
Brad's
This
openly
isn't
talked
your
about how he
territory.
liked that better.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm gonna say. Like, yeah, that's a lot better because, all right, again, we don't want to have no ties to this. We're trying to get
Mhm,
rid of that past. We're trying to get rid
yeah,
of the past. Let's move forward to something different. Let's.
mhm,
You're nobody. This is your parents are just regular ass people, ain't tied to nothing of this. You are just a
mhm.
nobody. You're not.
You're a nobody.
You don't have the legacy. Yeah, which is
We're
what.
not gonna do the Luke Skywalker twist. You are actually a fucking
Yes.
nobody.
Yeah, you're a nobody. That's it. And that's like, I see what you're doing, and I'm not mad at it. Start fresh, start new, start from ground
Mhm.
one, and then you can move on to other things later on and
Yeah.
start a whole new trilogies and new legacies and do this, that, and the third instead of keep on everything going. And yeah, and all right, I'm a Palpatine, but yeah, like I said, at the end of it, just kind of just throw that away and just like, nope, all right.
Yeah,
Luke
what?
Skywalker.
No.
No, but that would have been dope if the Rey movie was something like that, like you said, like her turning, embracing the dark side, and
Yeah.
having sort of that and doing that, and then the Rey movie is just kind of her going on like some type of adventure, but
'Cause,
again,
like-
she's like an anti-hero sort of thing, so she can.
Because then, like, imagine. So, and to me, I'm thinking, like, imagine the beautiful conflict you could create, where, like, towards the end of one of these movies, like with Rey making her turn, her and Finn go their separate ways because he's obviously a little bit disagreeable with the bullshit she's doing.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And you kind of
Mhm.
build a new conflict about that, and maybe he starts his own, and like they gotta. The end result is them having the fight, or like the end result is them, waging war against each other.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, that's great conflict. That's great storytelling.
Yes,
And John Boyega is a fucking great actor, so like he could captivate that and pull that off.
110%. 110%. Yeah, see, again, man, we just have us sit in the writing rooms. We can spitball ideas to y'all, Disney.
Yeah, man. I mean, look,
And they're not bad, and we're not. These are not bad ideas. These are good ideas. These
I
are
feel like they're
nice,
good
fresh,
ideas.
fresh ideas that will, like, definitely would turn more people to say, like, yo, I actually like Rey's character.
Yeah, because I
Who
feel
said
bad
that?
for Daisy Ridley.
No, see, no one said that, but I'm saying if they would have done,
Who said that?
who said that? Brad was ready to say, who said
We're
this?
saying we're saying
No, no.
we would hope that one day people could say that if Star Wars would just get their shit together. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know,
She's a
Instead-
likable character.
she is.
She is. It's just poorly
It's not our fault
handled.
what they did. It's not her fault. I hold nothing against Daisy Ridley, but she's getting shit on. And nobody wants your fucking movie, Daisy. I'm sorry. You're great as Rey. Maybe if you want to like pop up as a Force ghost or like a little hologram, like teaching shit in the next trilogy, then I'm okay with that. You pop up in a little cameo. I don't need you in another fucking whole trilogy just about you again.
Movie.
I don't even need a whole ass trilogy.
Oh really? I thought it was just.
They're talking about the trilogy surround, like, and I'm like, didn't this other one just do that?
I thought she was getting one movie, and then they're talking about another trilogy.
Oh, maybe I misread or misinterpreted.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
It's
just her
that
movie.
got canceled or backburnered or something. It's not.
They just put
the Rey movie did, or the Star Wars trilogy?
No, the trilogy.
Oh, fuck. You know what I'm kind of disappointed in? Because we were talking. I was like, yes. Because we were talking about just kind of leaving that era. I'm really bummed. Now, granted, the last time we saw Kathleen Kennedy's project, it was not the greatest. All right, Wonder Woman 84 was a little bit of a queef, but
yeah, that was a big one. Heard that from all the way around the world. That one was.
Is that what powered her flight right there? That was the.
Yeah.
So, but I was really excited that they were gonna do like a Flight Academy. She had a whole fucking like X-Wing series that they were gonna do that was based on the Rebel pilots.
That'd be cool. Do
like just them running missions and shit, like for the rebellion. Like didn't have any everything, like maybe a couple mentions of Jedi probably, but it was gonna be centered around like the X-Wing flyers and like the shit that they did during the rebellion.
Rogue Squadron.
Well, there you go. That was the name of the show, Rogue Squadron.
Yeah,
and
it's like
that got backburnered too.
That canceled, done, not even backburnered. Slash.
Yeah, that was canceled.
It's because they got to make room for the skeleton crew.
Yeah, I'm not. Fuck off with that one, dude. Give me the Rogue Squadron. I don't need what's his name running
For
around
real.
with a bunch of kids. I don't need Vision running around with a bunch of kids. Fuck off, dude. Like
I forgot all. I forgot. We
I
talked
forgot about
that.
it till Brad said something, and then I
Yes, yep.
pictured Paul Bettany's bitch ass.
Oh man, I forgot all
That's still
about
green
that.
light, dude.
God
Mhm.
damn it, dude.
Oh,
We
that one's
don't
coming.
need
It's
that.
got the green light.
Yeah, we don't
Give
need
me
that.
the
We need
green
Nobody needs
light.
Albus Dumbledore running around with a bunch of
Yeah,
kids.
no, yeah.
Yeah, dude,
No.
no, we don't
None of
need
us.
that.
They
We don't
definitely
care about
missed
that.
it. But you know what I think will happen in that Rey movie? She's gonna have some type of she's gonna be like a Professor X type character, have a little school and academy teaching Jedi kids, and then it's gonna be a backdoor to
Brazzers?
other like say, yeah, Brazzers. But it's gonna be a backdoor way of showing like, all right, here's going to be the new Jedi crew. There's going to be like a team of Jedis, sort of like the X-Men. Watch, it's going to happen. And then she's going to be like the Professor X type character. And then they're going to spin that off into a TV show.
I don't
Watch, it's going to happen.
I don't know how I feel about that one. I don't know,
Hey,
dude. That seems
what if-
like
You know what? You know what?
I could see it too.
It,
You know what?
It could actually be not bad if they all had like different, again, like what made the X-Men, pop in. They all had their own personality, had their own powers. Just think about the
You know what?
Jedi sort of
I could
team.
get down as long as we have different characters. As long as, because so far, I think, other than a couple of like, I mean, I guess we had Yoda and Yaddle, and I guess we did have a couple of like alien type Jedi. We had
Yeah.
dude with the squid hair, which you could just tell was a black dude with dreads. Like they just didn't.
Keith
Yeah.
Lundy and Plo Koon and Adigalia, and there's a lot.
Yeah.
Kit Fisto.
Yeah, Kit Fist. See, like, and I would be down for like getting like these guys, or like like a team of Jedi that aren't just the same Jedi that we know. Like, if you reintroduce, I could get down on that.
Jedi power battles.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
I don't know. I heard X-Men and Jedi, and all I could hear was like the lightsaber activating, and then right behind it was like the electric hum of the fucking. And I picture like Ahsoka or something like crossing her two lightsabers and just running towards the screen. And I'm like, all right, all right, I'm not sold on that.
That would be yeah. Yeah, they do that with the Jedi Academy, a Jedi Academy TV show.
That would be a great TV show. Holy fuck. I would watch that. Jedi Academy. Yeah. Well, they did kind of do that, didn't they? They already did that. I'm a liar. It's a kid show.
When?
It's a kid show on Disney Plus. It's like little babies. It's like little babies. It's fucking crazy. Yeah, it's already like a little baby animated TV show, Jedi Academy or some shit like that.
All right, yeah, they can do like a different name of that.
Do an adult version.
And the thing about it is have all the different, like, like the team members, they have like different types of lightsabers because they definitely have different types of lightsabers. Even in Jedi Fallen
getting to
Order.
watch them like build them. Like you got to like start them from the ground up, watching them build them, figure out which kyber crystals they're gonna use. You can have different houses like Hogwarts.
And do stuff like that. I'm telling you, it'll be cool. Because like how they have like the different lightsabers in Jedi Fallen Order, like one of the Seven Sisters, like she has like one where it can just like spin really fast and just use it as a man.
I would like to pitch this as a cartoon more so than a live action.
They can do that. They did that with all the other Star Wars shows, like
I know, but I feel like
stuff.
Something like this you could get real like goofy and kind of cartoony with, and I feel like it would suit better as a cartoon.
It does because they did it with all the other shows with the Clone Wars and everything like that. Take whatever not a live action route with it and just make it a cartoon. So yeah I can see that. And then you can And if they want to bring it to live action, they can easily do it for like a movie or something like that, and do
Yeah.
that. Yeah, a team, a Jedi team, a ragtag of like students like that.
Well, that was
And the
kind
thing
of
about
like
it is,
yeah.
I was gonna say,
Did you watch
just
Visions?
Visions. No, I
They
didn't
kind of
see
have one
that.
of those in Visions. There's an anime style where it's like a ragtag team of like misfit Jedi. But
See that I would
like
rather see something. I wouldn't mind like something like that and having the team. And we also got to think about this about the X-Men. They weren't all like teenagers. These were like grown ass men and women at this academy. And then what you can do is like, oh, you
yeah.
have like different teachers and stuff. Those can be the actual team. Like, oh, it's time to go do some, some stuff. Let's all get together
They're
and
just training. They're basically just
yeah,
rebuilding the Jedi Temple.
yeah.
After
So like,
they, because didn't they destroy it? Didn't they destroy all the texts and everything? If I'm not mistaken, in one of those movies.
Yeah, it was the Last Jedi.
Then because didn't he like just have an absolute like childlike fit and just destroy his room?
Yeah. No, remember Yoda came back. It's like, dog, you don't need this stuff.
Oh, that's right.
Yoda was like, dog, a bunch
That
of
was
this stuff is just bullshit.
that was
And
the
you don't have
happy
to worry about
moment of that movie because they actually used puppet Yoda and not
that.
not
Yeah,
fucking
CGI Yoda.
CG Yoda. And I was like, that was like the one happy moment I had in that movie. I was like, oh look, they didn't Anakin Skywalker it. They didn't Hayden Christensen it.
Yeah, Hayden Christensen. Yeah. Oh man.
Man, when I tell you, I want to watch the old VHSs again. I want to see Han shoot first. And I want to see the old crusty Russian white dude that played Vader.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah.
Oh my God. You know what? If I could ask George Lucas one question, like actually sit down with him for over lunch. Remember my George? Over the next 30 to 45 minutes, I just want you to explain your thought process circa 2000 when you re-released the Star Wars on DVD and you did CGI on everything and you had a fucking CGI Jabba the Hutt and you had extras just flailing around everywhere that were clearly cartoonish and not in the traditional costumes. Like, what the fuck were you thinking?
Actually, remember that was actually the first revision of that was in the mid 90s, and they re-released all the trilogy with updated like CG.
So I don't remember that because
animation.
that was mid 90s. I was probably like 5 or 6 years old. I remember the debacle. I remember the DVD debacle after the prequel came out and they that's the one I remember.
That's the second revision of everything.
Christ.
So the first one when they re-released it in theaters again with extra CGI and changed all that stuff. So that's where the Jabba the Hutt, the CGI Jabba the Hutt was in.
That was mid 90s?
Yep, that was the mid 90s.
Oh,
yep, because
shit.
I remember seeing that the Return of the Jedi in the theaters with the updated stuff to it.
Because he wasn't even in the original. He wasn't even in that scene, was he? They shoehorned him into that scene.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep. There was plans for him to be like in the original one, but just couldn't make it happen. So they brought the CG one was in that one, and then the one you're talking about was like the second revision of I want to tweak this again, and that's where you can get the whole Hayden Christensen thing and that going on. So that's the second revision of it.
Oh my God, I thought it only happened once. I thought he just like 2004 hit and he was like, look at all this great technology. I'm gonna make Star Wars. Because like when I was like 14 and he said it and I heard him say what he said, I'm like, yeah, that makes sense. Like I'm gonna do Star Wars the way that I actually envisioned it. And then as I got older and I realized and started to grow and have an appreciation for film and realize that practical effects are way better than computer generated effects.
It depends.
Well,
it depends. Done well.
Okay. It depends. Done well.
It's a double-edged sword on there.
It is a double-edged sword. It's got to be done well. Like, but
Yeah.
there are a lot of movies like The Thing. I thought The Thing was a pretty good, like, for fucking having just aesthetic,
Mhm.
Kurt Russell just fucking running around with puppets. Like, that shit was wild. The aesthetics in
It's
Star Wars were
crazy.
great. The cost, you know what I mean? Like, it
Hey,
ranges,
I will say this because The Thing is one of my favorite horror movies of all time, and I do have it on Blu-ray. And how they kind of like upscale a lot of things. That's the thing that in those movies in those days back
Yeah.
then, the practical effect, it still holds up, but you can tell when everything is high definition. You can tell
Yeah.
like, oh, this was built for like, old CRT TVs, and this
Mm-hmm.
wasn't. Because there's one, there's this one scene. I remember the scene where they have to test all the blood and everything to make sure that everybody who
You
isn't
didn't tell me what
infected.
movie you're talking about.
The
You
Thing.
said it was The Thing. Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, we're talking like, yeah, so like how they had to do that part. So in the Blu-ray version, you can see the fake prosthetic hand, Kurt Russell's hand, and you can tell, oh, this is the part where the actual blood is gonna jump out and do that
Yeah.
because it's prosthetic hand.
You can
It's
see the
holding
fake
the
hand,
thing.
yeah.
You can see
There's
the
a
fake, and I'm
couple
like,
of yeah. There's a
ah.
couple of those old ones, yeah. But I'm just trying to remember, like, yeah, I guess it is a double-edged sword, but there are some times where it's like,
Oh
like,
no, it's
okay, like
good.
I'll put it this way, like Christopher Nolan's practical effects.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like when when
Yeah,
you do them right, yeah, fucking you do them
you
right,
do it right. Like, oh yeah, this
Like
isn't
Jackie Chan doing
CGI.
his own stunts, practical effects,
Mhm.
like, like,
Exactly.
you know,
Done right.
done,
Done
yeah.
right. Yeah, when it's done right, yes, it definitely, because it gives it the real feel of it,
Yeah.
and
And it
that's
is
when,
getting better. Not everything has the sci-fi quality CGI anymore. I understand.
yeah, unless
You
you're
know.
watching The Flash.
Well, yeah. They really dug back into I had one of my had a boss call me and he was like, we were talking about work, and then he's like, all right, he's like, I gotta take this call. He's like, I just want to leave you with this. He's like, I finally watched The Flash. And I was like, yeah. And he goes, great movie. He goes, but the CGI just absolutely fucking wrecked it. He's like, that was the worst CGI I've ever seen in my life. And he's like, he's like, it dropped the movie. He's like, it took me out of the movie completely. And I was like, yeah,
It
yeah,
can.
it can.
It it
It really
definitely
can.
can. And I'm
There's
like,
times I've watched it a couple times now that it's been on Max, and I'm like, and when I say I've
mhm.
watched it a couple times, I mean like I've watched it once over a couple of times. Like, you know what I mean? Like I've watched, like 20 minutes here, a half hour there, just kind of dozing off, before I go to bed type shit.
Yeah, and
Um,
it's just there.
there's just a lot of bad, bad CGI that just overshadows.
Yeah,
And yeah,
probably like,
the deep fakes, I like they take you out of the scene, and like they should be, like, and I'm like, and as I think about it, I'm like, if you actually strip down the movie, and if you had, like Avengers Endgame or Avengers Infinity War level CGI to what you were doing, it
mhm.
it really would be a better, because like the story itself is a good fucking story. It's a basic story, but it
But
ties
it
a
goes,
lot of things in together well, and it tells a good story, and it's got the feels. It's got the
mhm.
emotion, it's got the heart, it's got good acting, it's got good action, but then you get the Speed Force scenes,
Yeah, and
and that's
the
supposed to be
whole
the
the
best part of the
cameos.
fucking movie.
Mhm.
Like,
And
that was
the
the whole reason I was excited for this movie. I was like, look at how much they're spending on CG, and I cannot wait to see what they do with the Speed Force. And it had its moments, like that opening
yeah.
scene where like the boots light up on the bottom and like it starts to
Yeah.
like elongate. Cool.
Mhm.
When he
Yeah.
phases through the door and it like shows the molecules or whatever,
Yeah.
cool.
Cool.
But when he was saving the babies, not cool. When he was in the Chrono Dome, not cool.
Yeah.
CGI, what's his name? CGI Christopher Reeves. Not
Yeah.
cool.
Not cool. So
You
yeah,
have
all the
actual footage of that man. What? Why are you doing that?
exactly.
What are you doing?
Yeah,
You
they
have
could have
actual
literally
footage
done it.
that you
Yes.
could have spliced together to make it look like he was there. and instead
exactly. Right, of all those people, yeah, like
you
him
did
and
bad.
Supergirl, yeah.
So
It
like
it just didn't
fuck
work
off.
out. Image,
Yeah.
yeah, and all that. It's just it
All that
didn't.
delaying too for bad CGI.
Mhm.
I
All
don't
that.
I can't justify it. I can't.
Mhm.
I tried to in the beginning because I actually really liked the movie, like for what it is.
Mhm. Yeah, it's
But the
not.
CGI just takes you out of it. I really
Takes
I thought it was a good like adaptation, and I felt like I also like when I was watching the movie and like where the story was, I was putting myself in the position of where DC should have been when this movie came out, when this movie was supposed
Mhm.
to come out. That's kind of where I like the merits that I measured on because this movie came out long after nobody gives a fuck anymore and the story doesn't matter.
Yeah, and
But like
remember
if
when
this would have came out a year after, let's just say that Justice League was actually a good movie and this came out the year after, that's a
Mhm.
success.
Yep.
I
And
feel like this, but
yeah, if the whole James Gunn reset, remember yeah, I said that in the
yeah,
group chat of like what the ending of the Flash was supposed to be when it
yeah,
wasn't George Clooney in there, that it was
yeah,
supposed to be ambiguous on who Bruce Wayne was because they were going to reset all that shit and
yeah,
recast him and just have it like that. He was like, who the fuck is this? And then it just cut off. Like some of the Flash advanced screenings had that ending where you didn't see George Clooney, and it
yeah,
was just him just saying like, "Who the fuck is this?" and
and sort of letting
just
it be,
leaving it
yeah,
open. Yeah, letting it be if everything would if instead of them pretty much scrubbing everything, and if it was supposed to continue on with the reset, and then all right, we're gonna
yeah.
show you who the new Batman is and all that. But you know what? I'm happy that they did do the Clooney thing and didn't
I
leave
am
it.
too.
Yeah.
He's, that was a perfectly timed cameo.
Yeah,
It was it was
that one was
it was
all right.
beautifully timed because it was just right at the end, and like
Mhm.
as I went back and saw it again, like it kind of made me laugh because the way Ezra is like, no,
To
you're
you, yeah,
you're Batman,
like you it was like, yeah,
like
like what
you're
he's talking about. Yeah,
Batman,
yeah, you're the Batman.
you're
And that was
Batman. It's like
that
what?
one was yeah, that was the big cameo. Forget all the CG difference, Supermans and stuff, all that. You can
Yeah.
whatever.
And you're telling me Nick Cage has nothing better to do that he couldn't get back in the Superman suit? I'm
So
sure he would
right?
have fucking loved it.
Exactly.
He's
Yeah.
got nothing else to do. Are you
Nothing.
fucking kidding me? Well, you know,
He definitely could.
he
He
definitely
definitely
could have.
could.
Although, did you see um what's the name of that movie with him and Joel from The Last of Us?
Oh, that one. Yeah. I seen that. Yeah.
The Nick Cage movie?
Yeah,
I
Nick Cage
enjoyed that one.
too. Yeah, that one was funny. That was a funny movie.
I
Yeah.
gotta see. I still have to see Renfield. I haven't seen Renfield yet.
It's on Peacock.
Is it now?
Yeah,
Oh,
it's on Peacock.
which you know what, we can talk about it now, which you guys already had talked about it. But I did finally see the Mario movie.
Ah,
Speaking of it being on Peacock, I
yeah.
finally got around to seeing the Mario movie, and I loved it. I felt almost a little tinge of disrespect when I got done with the movie, and it just went back to the the little like pop-up menu or whatever, and I like
hmm
looked up in the top corner, and the little Rotten Tomatoes thing was green, and it was like 50 some odd percent, and I was like,
hmm
felt a little disrespected. I know that the
Oh yeah,
audience
no,
score was like 90 something, and I'm like, and I know that
yeah,
there
no,
wasn't an actual story there, like at all. Like there is zero story in that movie. If you haven't seen Mario,
well,
don't go
yeah.
for the story because there is none.
If you're
There's
going
none.
to the Mario movie for the story, you must not play the Mario
You must
games
not play
because
the
there
games.
really is not no
But
story
like that
hidden in the
opening,
later
that
games.
opening, that opening when they're running to
Yeah,
go to the
yeah. pizza shop.
Yeah, to go. Yeah. And he's like, and Mario's like opening the doors for Luigi and running up through the scaffolding. And I was like, and it's like a side scrolling. I was super fucking happy at that shit. Like,
yep.
It's just like it's just well animated. Chris Pratt didn't bother me at all as Mario.
No, he perfectly fine. He did what he's supposed to do.
The voices were fine. I'm gonna admit it. I don't understand the hype behind the Peaches song. Maybe it's because I heard it so fucking much when the internet blew up with it, but
yeah, it kind of like lost its luster versus like when me and Ann saw it in the theater for the first time and that happened. It hits a little bit different versus now where when people watch it, I can see where it doesn't hit the same just because you hear it so much.
Well, and I was also halfway expecting Jack Black to like bust out in a full like Tenacious D like 2.5 minute song.
No, it was
when I was watching it and it came up, like I wasn't like anticipating for it, but when it started happening, like and he started playing the piano, I was like, oh, this is gonna be this is the legendary Peaches sing. And then he sings the one bar and then it's over. I was like expecting him to like full on like just start jamming. And it didn't happen, but
no, not yet. No, but yeah, I guess the real song. But I'll say this, and you can mark it for me. That song is gonna win Best Original Song at the Academy Awards.
That's hilarious.
It's gonna
because what else does it have to go against? Did Barbie have any good musical numbers on there? I didn't see it yet, so I can't attest.
So I'm gonna say, the beginning part with no, never mind. She's semi canceled at the moment. Lizzo, like at the beginning of the beginning song, Barbie was pretty funny, and then I guess you have the Ice Spice and Nicki Minaj song. I'm a Barbie girl. They did.
Oh, did they remake that song? That's hilarious. I have a couple coworkers that have a boner for Ice Spice, and I just don't. I'm just like, can you guys just not play that shit back here? Like, can you just...
don't worry about it. Her songs are like about like 50 seconds long. It's like as long as a TikTok, so it's over before you finish your sentence a lot of the times.
Yeah, but I don't see those. I don't see those winning Best Original Song.
Exactly. It's like the competition as of right now, like the original songs.
Yeah, and Mario got no story, bro.
It's Mario. I told you the only story started to get into the Mario series when probably around like Sunshine and Galaxy, where they started to put a lot more lore and time into the actual story. Sans the RPGs like Paper Mario games, sans those ones, not those ones, but like the regular platformer ones where they actually put a story behind it. But other than that, you're not getting a story.
I knew that they were shoehorning this shit in when he was watching the news on his bed and the flood happened in Brooklyn. And he was like, we're going to go save the world. I was like, oh, okay. So this is how they fall down a pipe and land in mushroom. I was like, you guys are just shoehorning this whole fucking thing in.
And the thing about it, it's not shoehorning in. This is how you do it with what material that you have. There really is no explanation to any of this stuff. You're thinking about it. It's an Italian plumber that goes into a mushroom kingdom. How are you going to make this even work in a general sense? And as far as like a family, there really is no like true like real backstory to like Mario.
Yeah, like you need him. You need a little bit of empathy or sympathy for him, I guess, so he can be quote unquote the hero.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then it's like,
you have his family like dogging on him, and then you have their rival Spike, who's in it for I think all of like collectively like 60 seconds, the whole fucking movie.
No, yeah, their old boss.
Yeah, their old boss,
boss.
And then
their old boss.
And then okay, and so let me just say this then. Since you want to be technical and be an asshole and say what defines a storyline. It's not a complex storyline. It is the most basic, like we're going to jump from A to B to C. It's like reading a children's book.
and it's a game, and that's what the
And you don't
games
have to have
are.
a complex one. I'm glad that it was basic.
You have to. It did a good job as far as, again, putting things together. Like, oh, the reason why they went down in that part, we're starting our own business. If we go out here and solve this problem, it's gonna build our name up.
Yeah.
And that is where it's gonna, hey, what's up, man? And where it sets everything up for them getting sucked down and do all this, the fantastical part of it. So, and
Yeah.
then given anything kind of more of a backstory, like even Princess Peach is like, how did she even kind of became there, and give certain like backstories to some of these people where there really wasn't any at
I was so
all. And
glad
it's
that they
like,
just did that. She's like, I just showed up here.
oh, yeah, I
No, he
got here
didn't
too.
save the Mushroom
Oh, yeah.
Kingdom for clout. He saved it. He literally just wanted to get his brother.
Mhm.
That Mario, that particular iteration of Mario could have given a single fuck about the Mushroom Kingdom, at least up until like the very end of the movie. He was
Yeah,
strictly there to go find. He like every time something would come up, he'd be like, okay, well, how does that save my brother? Okay, well, how does
exactly.
that
Yeah.
help me save my brother? Like he simply he wanted no clout. He wanted the bag. He was like, I want to grab my
Mhm.
brother and just fucking go plumb some shit.
Go home. Yeah, go plumb some shit. Yeah, this is I'm way over my head right now. Yeah, this is too much for me. I'm way over my head. This is crazy. I just want to get my brother so we can, boogie on out of here.
I'm gonna be perfectly honest with you, bro. As soon as she brings me on that fucking platform and shows me that training course, my brother just might have to die. Like, I'm sorry, dog. Like, you just might have to go because there's no fucking you expect me to do what? No. No. Can't do all that. He was going
Yeah, save
crazy.
exactly. And save my brother and market my
Market
business.
my
That's what he
business.
wants. Yeah.
And that's exactly what he did at the end, too.
Got to. Those bills still got to get paid, man.
Yep.
Somehow.
I was so happy too when they fucking at the end with the superstar where they grabbed him by the tail and just
Yeah. So many
here we go.
Easter eggs. So many Easter eggs that from Mario 64 and stuff. But yeah, it was great. Oh,
Which
man.
is still still my
Can't wait.
favorite.
Can't wait. Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. That. For me, it has to be Super Mario World
Okay.
or Mario 3.
Okay.
And the new Super Mario Brothers, when they returned back to side scrolling, it was on the Nintendo DS. That was a
Yeah.
good one.
I think my two are the OG, the original Super Mario Brothers, and then Mario 64. Because Super Mario Brothers, my grandma had an NES, and me and my cousin would just stay down in the basement during any family outing and just try to beat Mario. Like just fucking beat Mario. And then Mario 64, because that was the first console my dad ever bought for us. Like Pops was getting home late from work. Like, what the fuck is that? I don't know. Dad shows up because he's been standing in line. He didn't even go to work that day. He was standing in line all day to get an N64.
N64, nice.
Pulled it out. There were two games that came with it: Mario 64 and that shitty Superman game.
Oh, geez, you got with the Superman 64.
You remember that one? I don't know. I don't know if that was the one that it came with, but we had it at one point. Noble.
Yeah. What's up, Noble?
My dude.
What up?
Oh, we're all trying to take over the world, my friend.
Bowser just wanted peaches. He wasn't trying to take over the world. He just wanted to get himself a wife.
That's a little innuendo. That's all he wanted was peaches.
Peaches, yeah.
He wanted peaches and cream.
Why not?
Yeah.
Can't blame him. Can't blame him.
No, I can't blame him.
I can't. But I can't wait for the sequel. I think that it'll be a lot. It'll be good. Hey, we missed you too, man. And remember, you still got my. I hope you put those light bulbs to good use, Noble. He knows what I'm talking about.
Oh, whoa!
Put those
Noble
light
starting
bulbs
an
to good use.
OnlyFans. Go subscribe. Desmond borrowed him the light bulbs.
Yeah, I'm supporting it. Yeah.
Noble, you're gross.
Oh man, hey, you
But
got
you
to
got
do
to
what
do
you
what you
got
got
to
to
do.
do, man. Take over the world 2 cheeks at a time, my friend. Do what you got to
Right?
do.
Yeah.
Do what you got
Man,
to do, my friend.
at this point, over, you better just use them
Just use
for
them.
something. Yeah, just use them for something. I don't care. They were free.
Yeah. OnlyFans.
OnlyFans. Yeah, yep. You can advertise your OnlyFans here. You can send the link.
Yeah, you can put the link in here. You can sneak the link
Yeah,
in
you,
there.
you can sneak
We're
the
all
link in there.
friends here.
Link.
I'll
Just sneak
subscribe.
the
I
link.
won't watch, but I'll support.
Yeah, exactly. I'll just
You know
have
what I
it
mean?
on rebill, and then you can just I'll be there to support you.
Yeah, you can again like neon paint and black lights. That's great. You can do that. I won't watch it, but I will subscribe just to support to like kind of funnel you some
for
money. I'm not gonna put that up on the screen. Why would your name be that? I don't want to type that into my search bar. That's crazy. I don't want to type that into my search bar, my friend. That's just wild, dude. I don't even want to pull that up. That's gonna land in my algorithm. That's not great. That's not a good time for me.
Yeah.
Why? What are we doing? And you also spelled two wrong. Like, not only are you bad at grammar, but you're fucking up my algorithm.
That's the whole point. So he can separate himself from everybody else with the misspelling of it.
With the misspelling of it.
Yeah, it has to happen.
I guess so. It's bothering me. It hurts my eyes. Noble. What are we doing here? Your comma placement is fantastic, but like you're missing an O here, my friend.
No, it's all right. Makes sense.
You can be great at everything, Noble. Don't sell yourself short.
Yeah.
Don't sell yourself short. You can be great at everything. Can be is the key word.
Yeah.
Can be. Doesn't mean that you are. I'm just saying you can be. Yeah, Obi, you kind of joined right at the tail end here of some I don't even know where we went with that. I don't even know how we get back to where we came from.
It all started with some light bulbs.
It did.
It all started with some light bulbs. Yeah, fucking.
That's usually how it always starts. Is just a couple of light bulbs.
And that's how it goes.
And that's usually how that starts. Just a couple of light bulbs, and then a camera, and then it's on the internet forever, just like we are.
Forever. You know what? I hate when people say that, like, "Oh, it's on the internet and it's there forever." There's tons of stuff that was on the internet that I can't find anymore. I'm like, I thought no one like archived this stuff. There's certain like videos.
Yeah, you gotta search. You gotta like deep search. You gotta be invested to find some of that shit.
It's like, man, y'all suck. That's why I don't believe.
You gotta be 180 pages deep in the search bar. Find those archive videos, maybe even further back.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, come on. Why do I have to search? What? Wait. Oh, you're talking about those kind of videos. I was talking about.
Well, I was talking about just videos in general, because like you got like daily vid, you got all kinds of them. You got all kinds. I mean, like YouTube search history. I mean, I gotta go way the fuck back.
Okay.
What was that other one? Wow. Yeah, that's newly archived, so that will be on the internet forever. Yes, Kanye's boat video will be on the internet for at least another 10 years before that gets taken down. Because I'm pretty sure you can still find Kim K's video on the internet.
Easily.
I'm pretty sure that hasn't escaped the internet yet. So
easily,
But yeah, what was that page? Funnyjunk.com. Like, there's all kinds of pages that you gotta like deep search in the. With the pages.
Funnyjunk.com. What?
You don't remember Funny Junk?
Yeah.
Damn, Desmond.
Funnyjunk.com.
Funny Junk is a good one.
I do.
That was like Twitter before Twitter. It had memes before memes. It had all the silly videos on there and shit.
That's what. Okay. I remember that like
Don't
some
put
other
celebrity
stuff.
gossip in my comment sections. What are we doing? Did they get banned though? I want to know. That's awesome if they did.
That'd be hilarious.
Acting like he just can't fucking go to any other city anywhere else.
I know, right?
Like,
And just doing that. The
oh, Noble
disgust.
wants to know how we like Blue Beetle because our fucking audio didn't work for our out of theater reaction. I enjoy Blue Beetle thoroughly.
Oh yeah. Blue Beetle
Thoroughly
was.
enjoy Blue Beetle.
Mm-hmm. The actual while like watching that movie, you understand like, all right, this is the actual true end to the actual old DCEU. This was the true end of it all right here. And it did go out on a good note. I would say that. But I will say this, just only my only criticism is that I wish Jaime wasn't such a BITCH, capital H.
What do you do?
Really, the whole when he got the blue beetle and when
I
he
ain't
had
trying to
like
kill people.
powers and everything, and then he's like, "No, I don't want this. Do this." And it's like normally when you get like heroes that have like extraordinary power like that, it's like they don't reject it in a sense. And then it was just not like, "Oh, I don't know what
He
to
kind of
do."
rejected it like a bitch, not like I don't deserve it. He was kind of like,
No, don't do it.
I
Don't
don't
kill.
want the smoke.
Yeah, and then
I
it's like
don't I
he
don't
got his
blame
ass
him.
he got his ass whooped because he didn't want to fight the bad guy who was actively trying to kill him. And that's just like if someone has those kind of powers, is just like no.
Yeah, but if you're not ready to kill, like, man, I was just looking for a job. And now I got this
that's
scarab growing fucking blades out of my arm, and he wants me to
that's
kill this
fine.
dude. I don't even know this guy. Now,
Yeah,
granted,
but
I
he's
was
trying to
also
kill you.
upset. I was like, you need to kill him because he's gonna fucking kill you. Just let
Kill
the
you.
scarab take over. It'll be okay. You can cry
Okay.
yourself to sleep in the fetal position later. But I understand. I understand
And,
completely because I would have been like, I don't know if I could kill you either. I don't
and
know
it's
if I
not the
could.
fact that he didn't want to kill him, it's the fact that he didn't want to fight him. You
Well,
understand?
that
Like when
too.
he got it,
But hold on.
he
Hold
got
on.
his
If you
ass kicked
have
that
no
first
fighting
time.
skills, even if I'm given the scarab, if I've got no skills whatsoever, if I've never been in a fight,
He didn't have to fight. The
I wouldn't
scarab
want
was
to
going to
fight.
take over. The
But he
scarab's
didn't
supposed
know
to
that
take
at first.
over. And
The
he's like, no,
scarab
I
did
got
not
this.
make
I'll
that
protect you.
abundantly clear in the beginning. He just was kind of letting Jaime do his thing. And then he was like, can I take over, please? And he's like, yeah, okay, go ahead, do your thing.
And then he got his butt kicked. And then after a
Which,
while,
what a trippy feeling. Could you imagine being completely conscious during all that and like having no control over your body and you're just doing a whole bunch of wild shit? I don't know how I feel
a whole
about
bunch
that.
of cool, no, a whole bunch of cool shit. It ain't like I'm like walking backwards and like, scratching my dick and jerking off in front of people. I'm
No,
kicking
but
ass
like,
and doing
it'd
like,
still
oh,
be
I
fun.
don't
It'd
know
be a
what to do
trip,
this.
dude. It'd be a trip. If I've never done a backflip in my life and all of a sudden this alien thing is like, hey, can I take over your body? And you're completely conscious during the whole thing and you have no control over your body. And you're like doing backflips over people. Your arms are turning into cannons. I might shit the scarab round one. I might shit the scarab round one.
He was a kid.
I got to get
Whatever.
used to it. I got to get used to it. I'm like
Nah.
20 years old, 22 years old, fresh out of college. I might shit the scarab round one. I'm definitely shitting that thing. They'll survive. And I'm like,
That's
yeah, okay,
fine.
go ahead, brother, do your thing. But that first round, I'm like, what just happened? You ain't never been on a roller coaster before? Fuck.
And that is fine, but man, it's just the fact that just like think about like Peter Parker, he was even younger than Jaime is, and the fact that I have to understand these powers and like
But
try
he
to
was
work way
bitten
through it.
with them. Imagine if like Madam Web was in the back of his head, like woke him up in the middle of the night and like he hopped up on the fucking ceiling. Hey, shit his pants. Yes, Noble. I would resort to petty crimes again. We have talked about this. I would absolutely resort to petty crime. 110%.
Okay, the scarab, petty crime.
With the scarab, yeah.
No, I'm doing a little bit more. If I had that kind of power, that's kind of.
Matter of fact, I just had a dude the other day ask me, "What do I want to do? What you want to do, fat boy?" And I was like, "You know what? If I had some Blue Beetle tech right now, I'd want to do something." But I was just trying to walk with my. I was like, "I'm just trying to walk."
Yeah.
He passed me on the crosswalk. I didn't do anything. He literally passed me on the crosswalk, looked at me, and because I was watching the road, I happened to see him as well. And then he like proceeded to just like stop in the middle of the street, got out of his car, and was like, "What do you want to do about it?" And I was like, I want to walk home. Like,
Yeah, I just want to walk home.
I just want to walk home, bro. Like, I don't want to do anything.
If anything, yeah, I just want to go home.
I just want to go home.
Like,
Des, Anthony's claiming you're going full villain. You're getting the Blue Beetle and you're going full villain, not just, not a little bit of gray area. You're just going full.
No, I won't. Oh no, I wouldn't go villain. It's like, oh yeah, if I go knock off like a bank or something, go get a little bit of money here and there,
Honestly, I've thought about this like way more often than not way more often, but way more than I think a normal person should think about shit like this. I think I'd just be a gun for hire. I don't think I'd be a superhero. Like, if I was a Jedi, if I was fucking like Deadpool or Wolverine, had the Scarab, had like some Iron Man tech, was a super soldier, I would just be a gun for hire. I don't give a fuck who the target is. Just give me my money.
Yeah.
And just live lavishly in different countries, like just going around doing the bit. Have a condo here, have a condo there, have a house here, have a house there. And then just like living in lavish hotels while I'm out here doing hits. Because I can't fucking die.
Pretty much, yeah. It'll be an easy way.
I would just be a gun for hire.
Exactly. It would actually be pretty cool.
You know what I mean? Like, or just give me a government contract. If I don't want people looking for me, fine then. Give me a government contract. I'll go take out whoever you need me to take out. Who do we have conflict with?
Here we have conflict. All right, let me go over there.
Who's got beef? Yeah.
Yep, and do it quick, easy.
Yeah.
And untrace. Yep. And
why are we trying to superhero on the side and be broke and noble when I can?
Yeah, make some money off of it.
That's rich. Yeah. If I was Spider-Man, going for hire, 100%. Oh, you want me to stop? You want me to stop him? Okay, that's at least like, if I'm being Spider-Man and I'm being modest, like you're gonna have to give me at least $120,000 to stop all.
I was gonna say, yep, exactly. Yep, I was gonna say $100,000, $120,000. Yeah,
baseline.
It's like, all right, the job's gonna get done, but you're gonna have to pay me.
Yeah. Oh, easy. Yeah.
Exactly.
I'm not doing this for my nobility. Yeah, fucking right. But that's why they're heroes and we're not. Sorry,
no, that's why they're heroes and that's why they're broke.
Yep.
It's like
doing shit out of the kindness of your heart. Wade Wilson or Will Smith or Deadshot, huh? Oh, like, is that who you're gonna be for Halloween? Is that who you're gonna dress up as for Twin Cities Con?
Twin Cities Con.
Twin Cities Con. Sorry.
Twin Cities
Con. I think you should dress up as Deadshot for Twin Cities Con. I think so.
Twin Cities Con.
I think that's a great idea.
Yeah, do it. I will say
2
thumbs up.
I might cosplay as Uncle Phil.
Hey, why not? People will love that. You'll get a lot of people.
That would be a good one. But I don't know how to make it abundantly obvious. Like what would be obviously you got the sweater, you got the pants. Like what would make it abundant? Like somebody's like walking into Twin Cities Con and that is Uncle Phil.
Good question.
You know what I mean? Because I was looking at the date and Ant threw out that I should try to be Kratos, and I'm like, I don't know if I could get there by then, but I could definitely pull off Uncle Phil. Uncle Phil be
Yeah, do that. Yeah, but yeah, people probably think like, who, like, yeah, oh, who you supposed? You probably get some people think that you're, yeah, Uncle
If
Phil.
Ant dresses up as Will Smith, if Ant dresses up in one of his old '90s outfits and goes as Will Smith, and I go as Uncle, I think it'd be a little bit more.
Ant wants to go as Bob Ross Deadpool, I guess.
Why? I guess that's a good
Yeah,
option.
why? Sure,
I mean, Bob Ross is dead.
but not Bob Ross Deadpool.
That's true.
that
It is true. Why is he
one.
Bob Ross? Why? What is he painting? Death? I like that
Yeah,
idea. I like
there's
that
like some.
idea.
Yeah, man.
Bob
Ooh,
Ross
yeah,
Deadpool, huh?
yeah. I got to think
I
about
don't know how
what
I feel about you in red tights, my friend. I think you should maybe not do that.
or do it. Yeah,
Or do
do
it.
it.
You should.
Do
I'm
it.
just hating on you, bro.
Do it for one of the days.
Do it for the gram. You should. We're
Mhm.
gonna get some fantastic content. I'm really
Yeah.
I'm really considering buying the VIP ticket just to get in a little bit early.
I'll tell you this: getting
A
in,
big hater. You know
getting
I am.
in early.
Yeah, okay. So
Yeah.
you talk to me then. Don't let me get conned at Twin Cities Con because I haven't been to Twin Cities Con yet. I haven't really been to a con yet. So like
Getting in early, you're gonna get in no matter what. So like
right,
the
you're gonna
whole
get in no
getting
matter
in
what, right?
early thing, and there's never like a line that you have to wait to get in
Oh, okay.
anyways. So
That's really what I'm kind of like. I just don't want to be standing around. That's kind of my
no,
thing. Okay.
no. Mm-mm.
I
Even
don't
at
okay.
the height of it, even at the height of it before like the pandemic, when
Yeah.
it was GalaxyCon, and that was like when it was huge. They had like a wrestling ring in the Market Hall, watched a
Oh
wrestling
shit.
match, and it was like big, and it went on like until like 5 a.m. when it was at its height. And what you still can get in like pretty easily into
All
a
right.
lot of things. So, and I
Cool.
was like, I'm like, yeah, no. It's like you just get just the general one, and you pretty much have access unless you want to go take a picture with like whatever famous celebrity there's that time. That's the only time you're probably gonna wait in line.
All right.
Yeah,
All
to
right.
get somebody's autograph or something. But other than that, it's like, nah, because we
All
never
right.
we
That's
never
cool.
did.
That's really was like my main just things that I don't want to get there. Yeah, I mean, like when they're like, "Oh, doors open at whatever time." It's like, all right, we get
Mhm.
there 15 minutes before the fucking doors open, but we don't get in, 35 minutes till after the doors open, type shit. I
Nah,
don't want to, you know what I mean? Like, okay,
nah, that's not.
I'm
That's
good.
not.
All right then. All right then. But all
Yeah.
right, just do the regular 3-day pass then.
Yeah. And then-
That'd be
and
cool.
get it soon, early bird, and get it like super, get it at its
I'm gonna get in the
cheapest
next. I'm gonna
right
get in the
now.
next couple of days here.
Yeah,
Just got
I might just get
pay
mine
some
today.
other bills and make sure some things are done and
Yep.
and
Yeah, that's
then we
still.
will and then we can get to some Twin Cities Con, get some
Yeah, yes.
fantastic content. We got to get these microphones down.
Oh yeah, I gotta figure it out as far as like now I had time to tinker with it and figure out what's going on with it. It they're fine.
Hell yeah. All right.
They're fine now. It's all good. It's all because with it now, it should sound fine right now because because that's what I'm using right now.
Oh shit.
Right.
It does sound fantastic. I don't know. Maybe it was just like the phone. I don't know. I don't know
Yeah,
what was the
we'll figure it out. We'll
we
figure
will.
it out. We shall figure it out with that. But
We
let me
will.
see what other things that might be on the docket that I thought of. Oh yeah, speaking of going back to Zack Snyder, just real
Uh-oh.
quick, that he wants to make a Gears of War movie.
No, leave it alone.
Exactly.
Your Rebel Moon movie looks pretty cool. I'm gonna watch that one, but just
Yeah,
leave
I
the
watched.
rest of it alone.
Yeah,
Leave the rest of
I
it
think
alone.
I
I
think with him it's better. It's best that he does his own thing and not try to attach himself to like some type of franchise or something.
Nah,
I don't
leave it
think.
alone. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Well, because
think
that's
that.
what Rebel Moon is. Rebel Moon is his R-rated Star Wars that he brought to Disney, and they were like, "Nah, we're good."
Now we're good. Yeah. And it's like,
And he was like, "All right, we did talk Ahsoka, and we ranted and we raved, and we will rant and we
oh
will
yeah,
rave some more later
yeah,
on
we will. We will.
because I have
Don't
my
worry,
things, but I have my nitpicks and my usual bullshit. But we got episode 4 tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Let me really quickly, just really briefly before we wrap this show up, let me just explain my other ire when I said, why don't we just go back to cable? I like, because like to me, like the whole idea of streaming was just fucking release it so that we could watch it, right? Because originally you had Netflix, right? Netflix came out, they dropped all the series at once, right? So then
game changer.
you had people talking about your show for just a couple of weeks, maybe a couple of months, and then they trailed off, died off. People weren't talking about them anymore, and then you'd have to wait 2-3 years, and then all of a sudden the excitement would build again. You know, a la Stranger Things or whatever other fucking shows are out there on Netflix.
Stranger,
Like,
yeah, Squid Games and stuff.
Yeah, Squid Games. I'm sure when season 2 comes out, people will bring up season 1 about how good it was. They were doing that shit with what's the other one? Black Mirror. Like, you know, like the, you know, but you kind of dumped them all at once, and then and now the streaming services are like, all right, well, let's do them once a week, which that I'm cool with. I'm cool with like once a week if you just drop it at fucking midnight. But for some reason, now it's like, now you're gonna drop it at a certain time during like a prime time block. And like, I know Brad's logic. I understand that, like, that's what you're trying to do. You're trying to drive all the traffic in at once rather than having it stagger, because their stock numbers are dropping. They're having, you know, issues getting subscribers and shit like that. So they're trying to draw all the attention all at once. But damn, I'm like, why don't we just like, because that was the whole point, like, you know, that was the whole point of just dropping cable. Because it's like, oh, because now it's like, are we gonna come to a point where it's like in a year where now it's like Paramount Plus, Netflix, Hulu, Peacock, and Disney Plus and HBO Max all have TV shows dropping at the same time during the week? You know what I mean? It's like, oh, all of our shows come out between Tuesday and Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern. All like, you know, and then it's like, well, that kind of, it's like, why don't we just go back to cable then?
Yeah, it would never go that route because
I
again,
hope not. But
it won't go that route. It won't go that route as far as them dropping on the same day. It's like, all right, we're going to put our foot down on with HBO. It was always Sundays. Sundays were HBO's
well,
time.
that's always been HBO's day.
That's what it's going to be. HBO day. A Monday can be this person's day. But it's all about them. The only reason I would say streaming service would do that is that their numbers are low. We want to flood everybody to come to here at this one
A la
particular
Disney.
time. Yeah,
their
it's like,
subscribers
hey,
are way the fuck down right now.
exactly. And you want people to kind of drive all the traffic to this one time. Oh shoot, I can't watch the show. Why the site crash? What's going on? Put that in the headlines, just like when HBO did that with I think it was a Game of Thrones. Yep, and when that happened, it's just bringing good publicity for your platform. Is that like, why is everybody? Is this show really that good? It got everybody to go in there and make you crash this? Huh? I might want to check this out now, or subscribe to it and check it out.
Well, then it's got everybody talking at the same time. Then social media, rather than over the course of like one day, talking about it, kind of spread out through it. Now you have everybody talking about it all at once. It floods the algorithm. It floods everyone's social media. It becomes trending, and so like, I get it. I get I get the game. I understand the game.
I don't like it either
about it. I don't like it.
I don't like it either. I like it just drop. Yeah, like you say, just drop everything at once, so like I can enjoy it. And if it's good, if the show's good enough, it's going to keep on people's tongue, and people are going to do a lot Squid Games. Even after
Yeah.
that, everything started. The train of it really never slowed down from it. It's just because everybody kept it that word of mouth. People kept on watching it.
Yeah.
Oh, we might do a game show. It's like it was always on people's tongues, just
Forefront,
like
yeah.
Stranger
Stranger Things,
Things.
yeah.
Stranger Things. It just because everything came out all at once, but the hype of it always kept on going. The merchandising and everybody keep on going. If the show's good, it's always going to have people
But even
talking.
then,
And
like Netflix,
that.
when they started dropping it weekly, it was flooding their site, like for Stranger Things, like when they did this last season.
Mhm. Oh yeah, but I hopefully it doesn't do that. All right, I understand. Actually, I still don't like it dropping one episode every single week. Again, you want traffic to keep going there, but not only dropping it every single week, but you have to watch it at this particular time
Yeah.
and date. Now, again, y'all doing too much, and it's not going to help you out in the
No.
end. And they're going to realize that, and I think they're going to stop doing that when they realize that the numbers aren't going to boost or reflect just because we put it out around this time.
Right.
They're
Well, and that
gonna,
was kind of like my beef was like I woke up the morning to watch it, and like because I got to get up early for Tuesdays for work. So like I'm up at like 3:30, 4 in the morning. So I was like, oh fuck, I'll throw on Ahsoka. And it's not that. And I'm like, well, fuck. I gotta wait all the way till the evening time. What? Thought I was on the wrong day. Like, yeah, I don't know. I don't like the time slots. That's why we got into streaming. Was so that you didn't have to deal with the issue of picking a time slot.
Exactly. And we can just sit in there and just watch it and
fighting in pain for a time slot. It doesn't make any sense now. But they're smart though, because they're dropping these episodes in between football games now. Like nothing's coming out Monday, Wednesdays, or Thursday. It's Tuesday. So ESPN, Disney, they got it on lock. You got football now, Sunday, Monday, and then people are tuning in Disney for Tuesday for Disney.
Yep. That's what's gonna happen. Well, we will see. But we'll see. We'll see you guys on another Sunday or Monday. A nice little Labor Day.
Oh yeah, it was Labor Day today, wasn't it?
Yeah,
I didn't know that because I worked.
'Tis the season. Well, that's the whole point. Labor Day, so you're in the festive mood. You wanted
working on like doing some hard fucking labor today.
Yeah, on Labor Day, of course.
Yeah, on Labor Day for everybody else.
'Tis the season.
I did 8 hours of work for 16 hours of pay, so I'm all right with it. It is what it is.
There you go.
Here we go.
With that.
Nah.
But yeah. But
ladies
hey,
and
you guys, we're here.
Thank you.
We'll see you guys. We'll see you guys again with more reviews and some other stuff. There's some stuff that we did not get to today, but definitely we're gonna bring that also some Doctor Strange 3 news. That some pushbacks and on the Marvel, the MCU TV shows and stuff. Some things
what a shame.
Some things are getting pushed back, but we'll save that for you guys till another time.
Yeah,
we're saving that till next time. We got some interesting stuff coming up from the Marvel front of things, and who knows, some DC stuff too. More DC stuff might come up, but until then, you guys, we will see you soon. And hit the button.
Oh yeah, click the button. Do some thumb exercise and just fucking tap it for us, please. Oh, and over at Spotify too. I'm gonna do better. I'm gonna do better by uploading these to Spotify too. But most of them are. I think like 95% of these are on. I think we're only missing.
Most of our stuff is there, so you guys can.
So get the fuck over to Spotify too. Yeah, exactly. Ant's not here. Although he is here in spirit. I got him
There you go.
Locked
He did
I
it. He
got him.
did it.
Yeah, there you go. There it is. There it is. Right there. Soundboard. Read it.
Beep, beep.
Fuck off
There
because
you
it's in
go.
a bag back